Welcome back to Man Down Sports, man. We've been gone too long, man. We haven't had a full panel Friday in a couple of weeks, and I've been incognito for a week or two. And man, I missed getting on here and chatting with y'all about all this stuff that's going around in sports, man. We didn't get a chance to talk about the Super Bowl, but I'm not gonna miss an opportunity to get in here and talk about some of this stuff that happened in the last couple of weeks. Ideally, the All-Star game for the NBA. Which was actually a surprising success, right? So we get to talk about all of that. And a couple of more things as well, man, starting with what you saw in the thumbnail, which was Tim Hardaway on his podcast called The Crossover. Of course it's called The Crossover. It's Tim Hardaway with the Killer Crossover, right? So his podcast is called The Crossover. I think he's on there with Lindsay Hunter. I think both of them are Chicago natives. So I think that's where that connection is. They both Chicago natives, and Lindsay Hunter, he got strong ties to Detroit as well, won a championship with Detroit. So he's kind of interested in talking about Detroit basketball as well. But anyway, I like their podcast because Tim Hardaway has always been open, honest, and absolutely real when it comes to talking about what he sees, almost to a fault, because I think he was really voicing his opinion a lot when his son was playing for the Mavericks. He talked about Luka openly, how bad playing with alongside him is, and his defense and his conditioning and his play style on offense and all this stuff. He was open and honest about all of that. Open and honest about LeBron James all the time. Open and honest about everything he talked about. And I want to say his open and his opinion got him in some trouble. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame, but he should be. But if he's not, it's probably one of those things like kind of like how T.O., he didn't get in first ballot. He did get in, but he didn't get in first ballot like he should have. I think some off the court stuff is kind of like holding him back. He got in a lot of trouble about saying something about a certain community, like in the early 2000s, right? As a retired player, he said something about that, and it got him in some trouble. So nonetheless, man, we got to play for you what he was saying, man, because I spoke about this before. It's like a month old when LeBron James. It's probably not even a month yet, but look, I already spoke about it. And LeBron got on there and said that it's not really feasible or possible or easy to play 82 games in this NBA because of the pace is so fast. And I had already kind of talked about how dumb that is. But we also know that, he say things like that on his podcast because it appears like he's laying the groundwork or giving the talking points to his fans and media supporters to use to defend his case in the GOAT debate. So a lot of his podcasts, he will address things that may give another player, mainly Kobe and Mike, an edge over him, whether it's playing 82 games or whether it's winning Defensive Player of the Year, whether it's not losing in the finals or only losing 2 times in the finals, things of that nature. He's already addressed on his podcast. He, and you can't really link that attempt to discredit MJ's Defensive Player of the Year award and his steals, champions, and all that. You can't really link that to him, but there was a lot of people that's linked to supporting him that was the forerunners for pushing that narrative that MJ didn't deserve the Defensive Player of the Year, and his steals was getting the books cooked to give him more steals, right? But those are things he's tried to take down on his podcast, and here's just another attempt to try to make 82 games seem like, oh man, it wasn't even that impressive that they was doing it because they was playing in a certain area. The paces were slow, and the pace is way more faster now. So 82 games is is something nobody can do. However, Mikal Bridges has never missed a game. So if it's a lot of players that that are out there playing high number of games, right? So for someone to being the era that brags about being bigger, stronger, and faster, and all of this stuff, but can't play 82 games is very interesting. But let's hear her, Lindsay Hunter and Tim Hardaway. They got a younger guy on the podcast with them who's going to try to support what LeBron is saying. But then you got Lindsay Hunter, Tim Hardaway, and another moderator. So it's 4 guys that you're going to hear. But the main thing from Tim Hardaway and Lindsay Hunter was just unreal.
LeBron James said playing all 82 games today is way harder than it was in the 80s and 90s with the pace, what do you say, with the pace, spacing, and injury surge in today's NBA. Brian said the grind has changed completely. Now, LeBron has only played 82 games one time in his career. So I definitely wanted to get your thoughts on that.
First of all, the pace is not faster. If you go back and look at it, the 80s and 90s,
Lakers,
the pace was much faster.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think the 2020s probably ranks 5th as far as pace is concerned. 5th. So that's a lie.
So that was Lindsay Hunter. First of all, let's debunk the pace being faster. This is not the fastest pace in the NBA. It's not even top 3, right? We're talking about the early stages of the NBA, much faster paces. 60s, 70s, and then with the Lakers, the Showtime Lakers, their era super fast, all faster than this era. So that's one thing. So right away, his excuse on why you can't play 82 games now is already just debunked in a falsehood. Lindsay Hunter just pointed that out. Now you're going to hear Tim Hardaway come in.
But we have better. I feel like athletically, humans have advanced now. Like, I feel like we got stronger, more athletic.
That should give you more of a reason to play 82
why
games.
Can't y'all play 82 games?
Right. I think that gives you more of a reason to play 82
you got
games.
somebody like Giannis trying to block you. You're going to get injured,
that's
bro.
A block.
That's a
Caleb. So there were guys wrestling us, headlocking us, slamming us to the ground. You telling me a little block shot? Oh, that hurts me.
But I think
I
think athletes just more physical.
No, you know what it is?
Stronger.
This is what it is. Y'all mindset. Y'all put y'all when they say when you believe something and you keep rehashing in your mind that you all can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. That's what is in y'all mind. Y'all look at the schedule. Well, they look at the schedule now. Oh, I'm taking off this game. Oh, I'm going to take off that game. I'm going to take off this game. We never said that, oh, we're going to bust their ass. That's going to be a tough game.
We want to
be ready for that. This and that. Y'all on the other side, no, I don't want to play this game. Oh, that week I might take off. This and that. Y'all thinking about taking off before the schedules even come out. I'm not going to play. So why the fuck do y'all work out like y'all be doing? And y'all want to show y'all shit on this all the fucking time, like y'all really working out, but y'all can't play 82 fucking games. That's a bunch of bullshit.
I agree with that.
And LeBron wants people to, make seem like he can't play in the grind. Motherfucker, you could play 82 games if you wanted to.
Exactly.
You just don't want to play it, and you want other people to think like you think and not play 82 games. Fuck that. Play 82 games. You gotta have prestige. You gotta want to go out there and play 82 games. You want to go out there and help your team, and not like I can't play 82 games, man. That's some bullshit, and I'm gonna always call that bullshit. And I say, don't listen to that.
You saying LeBron hurting the integrity of basketball?
That's
right
what
now?
by saying that. Yeah, he is. Yeah,
because here's the thing about it, it's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy.
It was. Everybody would do it.
Thank you. You're part of the 0.1% of people in the world that's playing this game getting paid crazy to play it. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be a grind. It's supposed to be who the survival of the fittest, who can go 82 games and then go win the championship. That's part of the prestige of playing in the NBA. Like, it's supposed to be hard.
And with all this modern day technology, the new advancements and doctors and stuff like that, you should be able to play 82 games.
Bro, they got traveling massage therapists.
And they got if we can't fly out because we got to get sleep.
Right,
we flew right out after the game.
No matter what time it was.
And when,
your ass on that flight.
And practice that next day, and then we played the next day.
Yes,
next
dude.
morning.
Yes,
because you know why? Because we was men. And our mindset was stronger than they mindset is today.
Hey, no, he make a good point, and they all made a lot of good points, man. He said, first of all, man, we were men. We're not going out like that. You know, we played a game. We flew into a city, played, and we flew out that night, and we ready to practice the next morning. Like, we were men. Like, that's what, you know, that's part of the game. That's what you get paid for. That's one point. The other point that they made is it's not supposed to be easy, number one, and it's a test, right? You have two grinds that you have to get through. That's why they call it the regular season and then the postseason. It's two different seasons. The first test that you got to survive is the 82 game test. Can your best player stay healthy? Can your supporting cast stay healthy? Can your bench and role players can everybody on the team stay healthy? Can you gel? Like, which team is gelling the best and who got the best chemistry, you know, and who can display that during the 82 game season, right? That all of that is being tested. How long can you survive this 82 games? How long can you know, once you get to the end, how many people can be ready and preserved and ready to go? How in shape are you? Can you survive 82 games and then be ready for the playoffs, which is a different gauntlet, right? You know, it's almost like if you take a journey, you know, let's say it's some type of what's that movie with the Mockingjay? What is it called? Freaking whatever movie that is. But imagine you have to go through some crazy test. You have to get through the forest, and getting through the forest, you got to fight a dragon, and then you got to fight some trolls at the toll bridge. Then when you get to the bridge, you got to swim through a freaking swamp. And then once you get there, you face the final boss, right? The final boss is a beast in its own, but the journey is also a beast. And the champion is the person who survives the journey and then survives the final boss, defeats the final boss. That's what the gauntlet is. That's what 82 games is. That's the test, right? And that's why the bubble ring isn't respected as much, because you get to skip some of that. You don't get through the 82 game gauntlet. You don't fight the dragon. You don't fight the trolls at the toll bridge. You don't get through the swamp. They grabbed you and just picked you up and then put you right at the final boss. Like, you played a couple of games in the season, then you stopped and had a 5-month break. So you wasn't getting through an 82 game gauntlet. You took a 5-month break. Like, even the games you played before the bubble wasn't part of the season, right? The season ended. You was almost going through the forest, but before you got to the dragon to fight the dragon, it was over. They cut it short. And then they brought 5 months later, they started it back up and was like, hey, we just go take everybody and put y'all at the final boss. So you don't get to get tested for the 82 games. And then if you load managing and you sitting games out and you play 50 games out of the 82, 55 games out of the 82, then when I'm comparing you to people like Michael Jordan who played 82, well, this guy got through the gauntlet of 82 games and then got through the second gauntlet of the postseason, the playoffs, which is a more title scale, where you playing the same guys in the series, the same teams in the series. So that's a gauntlet because it's a chess match between the coaches and the players. It's a chess match. You know everything you go run, right? You're traveling back and forth from city to city. It can be 7 games, right? All of that stuff, you get through that, and then like it's just back to back to back, and then let's get to the next series. Like, that's a whole nother thing. It's less games, but it's more physical. The play is more physical. Like, it's a different mental thing and physical thing you have to get through. So getting through 82 games and that is more impressive than saying, well, I'm gonna select when I can take a break during the 82 game season so I can be ready for that gauntlet. Nah, the guys before you was going through both gauntlets, the 82 game gauntlet and the postseason gauntlet. So, I mean, how can we compare guys of this era to the guys before them who was doing 82 games plus all of that, and then happened to win more games or more rings doing it that way. Michael Jordan gets 6, you get 4, but one of them is a bubble, so you really only get 3, and then 2 of them was with a super team. So it's really only one that's really respectable, which is the one you won in Cleveland, right? So the funny thing about it is he claims that you can't play 82 games now because the pace is faster, but he also gave himself credit for when he first came into the league, he played in the physical post-90s era. The early 2000s was very similar to the 90s, a little bit different, but very similar to the 90s. He said, I came into the league and played in it. So he gave himself credit for being able to survive that style of play too. But the funny thing is, you wasn't able to play 82 games even in that era, which was supposed to be a slower pace. So it's not really looking good for him. But Tim Hardaway really took it to him on that, man. Really took it to him. Oh, thank you. Gregory Champion said Hunger Games. I couldn't think of that. Hunger Games. But, you know, I mean, it's Gladiators too. I mean, there's so many movies where I mean, what's that movie? Was it The Odyssey? The Odyssey? Where the guy had to where on the way on his journey, he found what was that unicorn with the wings? Was that Pegasus? I don't know his name. He had to get his horse that can fly. Then he had to get the sword that was stuck in the rock only he could pull out. Then he had to go to the blind sisters and get something from there. Then he had to get through this and get through that, and then he had to fight Medusa. Like, he did so much stuff throughout that journey. That's what the 82 game season is. Like, you got to navigate all of that. And it wouldn't be the same if you be like, hey man, you can skip the blind sisters. You ain't got to get through that. We just go pick you up and put you here. You know, that's you're not doing the same test that everybody before you did. You get what I'm saying? So just think of it that way. If you're not playing 82 games, you didn't get tested the same way that the guys who did play 82 games. Like Michael Jordan played 82 games 9 times. LeBron's been in the league 22 years and only played 82 games 1 time. And in the years Michael Jordan didn't play 82 games, he played either 80 or probably 79. I don't think he played less than 79, except for the year he broke his foot. So when he was healthy, he played all 82 or very close to it. Right. So, I mean, you got to think about that, man. For somebody, I mean, the threshold now is 65 games, which we're going to talk about next, but the threshold is 65 games now. Imagine MJ never even played less than 70 games. Less than 75 games he hasn't even played. Let me pull up MJ stuff. I want to be factual. I'm just going off the top of my dome. Going off the top of my dome. Let's see how many games this man. Okay, so 82 his rookie season, 18 his second year was the year he broke his foot, so he only played 18 games. Then 82 his third season, 82 his fourth season, and then 81, and then 82, and then 82. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. His first 7 years, he played 82 games every year except the year he broke his foot. And 1 year he missed 1 game, his first 7 years. Then year 8 and 9, he played 80 games and 78. So 78 games other than injury was the lowest amount of games he ever played, 78 games. And that was in 92, 93. And then he retired after winning the championship. Then he came back the last 17 games of 94, 95. He played all the 17s of those games. Didn't miss none of those either. And then he finished his career with a three-peat at the age of 32, 33, and 34, playing 82 games, 82 games, and 82 games. Impressive. impressive. You have to say it's impressive. That young man makes his generation sound weak. Yeah, he does, man. Plus, they practice when they weren't supposed to. Yeah, they practice. Yeah, cheating the game. Yeah, I mean, if somebody can just, I mean, like, come on, dog. You got a ring where the 82 games wasn't even part of the challenge. Traveling, even when you got in the playoffs, traveling from city to city, playing in a hostile environment with crowd, and going from plane to hotel to arena, it's a whole different thing. Like, so the gauntlet of the regular season and the gauntlet of the playoffs was not part of the bubble ring. You took both of those elements out, right? I can't compare the champion who went through the 82 game season plus the gauntlet of the playoffs to a champion who avoided the 82 game season and avoided the gauntlet of the playoffs. I can't compare those two championships. And we got to be honest about that for sure. We definitely got to be honest about that. Every team went through the same thing. Now that's not true. Well, are you talking about every team that season? Yes. I'm not comparing the teams who also went through the same minimal challenge that LeBron did with the bubble championship. Yeah, every team that season went through the same thing. But I'm comparing the champions from previous years and years after. The champions who went through 82 game gauntlet plus the gauntlet of the playoffs was a more challenging thing to go through than what the bubble was. And we have to be honest with that. We have to admit that, because LeBron James is not getting compared to every other player that played in the bubble with him. He's getting compared to Kobe and Mike, Tim Duncan. Kobe, Mike, and Tim Duncan wasn't in the bubble. Right? So we're comparing Kobe, Mike, Tim Duncan to what LeBron did with the bubble, and it's not as impressive. It's way more impressive to go through the 82 game gauntlet plus the gauntlet of the playoffs. Way more impressive. You got to be honest about that. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with being honest about it. Got to be honest, man. Notice how nobody talks about that bubble title until it's time for fanboys to argue why LeBron's stint in LA wasn't a fair. He wants that because the less games they play, they won't break his record. That's very true. That's very true. Less games is going to be less opportunity for people to come get their record. But I mean, that's not a lot of people who are good enough to get that record who wants these two things. One, to play 20 plus years, and two, the record. Like, it's not like, if you really think about it, I don't like Kobe, Tim Duncan, Mike, Shaq, guys like that. I don't think that they, in their mind, was like, I want that record. I want Kareem's record. I don't like it. Like, and I could be wrong. Maybe they did, but just from what I've hear them say, and how easy it was for them to go ahead and hang it up. Michael Jordan hung it up, man. Hey, my dad passed. My heart ain't even in it. I need a break. He left, came back. He loved the game. Came back, played, three-peated, got 3 wings. So Mike retired after 3-peats. And that tells me a couple of things. What he said in his first retirement after his first 3-peat. Yes, his dad had just passed. Yes, that probably was weighing heavy on his mind. But he had already said before that, when he was on the Tonight Show with not Leno, but the other one. I can't remember his name, but Letterman. I think he was on with Letterman. And this was before he won his first championship. He hadn't even won yet. He was just a great player with some great shoes, with some dope shoes. And they asked him, what his plans was, and he said he didn't plan on playing long. He wanted to go and play golf as well. He said he wanted to go pro in golf, and he said he wanted to get in, get some rings, and show he can win, get some rings, and then call it quits. Now he said that, and I covered that. I did an episode on that. That's what Mike wanted to do. He said that earlier. So by him verbally saying that before he even got rings, and then getting 3 rings And then hearing his retirement speech say, I've done everything I could do in the league. I proved I could win. And it's nothing that's for me to prove. Like, he was at the top. He was the best. He was considered the best player in the league at the time. And then some people were saying the best player of all time after his three-peat. So I got a three-peat. I got 2 or 3 MVPs at this time. You know, I got gold medals. He was like, there's nothing else. I got a college championship. What else is it for me to prove? You know, and he said that once I can't, he told Phil Jackson, he said, if you can find some other way to challenge me, you know, to make me come back, then yeah, do that. But right now I don't see the challenge. What's the challenge? I proved that I can beat all these dudes. Where's the challenge? He needs a challenge. And so I believe that. I believe if you say within your first two or 3 years that you're not gonna be here long, you're here for a good time, not a long time. And then your retirement speech says, I don't have nothing else to prove. I gotta believe that. So he never said that, yeah, it's one more thing I gotta do before I leave, and that's to get the scoring title and get the scoring record from Kareem. Like, he never thought about climbing up the all-time stats list. He wasn't thinking about it. He was thinking about, can I get more rings than the guys that was considered the greats before me? Can I, you know, he was trying to catch Bill Russell's rings. Can I get more than Magic? Can I get more than Bird? Or can I just prove that I could do it? If I get 3 straight and just prove that I, you know, do it that way and retire at 28, well, I mean, there's a good possibility, or there's a good chance I could have got more. So that's how he was thinking about it. Like, I mean, it's easy to me right now, right? So, he retired. So no, I don't think. And Tim Duncan, he didn't even, like, he could have went out there and averaged 30 points a game if he wanted to, but he wasn't even trying to do that. Tim was like, nah, man, whatever Pop offense is, that's what we running, right? I'm gonna go run whatever Pop running. So he wasn't even trying to get it, right? Kobe could have stuck around the Lakers. Was like, hey, look, yeah, y'all need to find me some superstars. Bring in a young guy like Luka or something like that. Bring, you know, I don't know who that would have been at that time, but bring him in. I want to keep playing. I want to keep playing past 20, 21, 22. Keep giving me money and keep paying talent to put around me. And I'm just going to keep playing and stuff in the stat sheet. He could have done that, but once he realized, man, I just had a Achilles surgery. I got back out there. I'm not the same Kobe no more. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up, man. I'm, you know, I got another challenge. I can go somewhere else and do something else, right? So when you can buy out gracefully like that, I believe that you weren't trying to get as much stats as you can. But on the other hand, LeBron is trying to get as much stats as possible, and I don't know what he's trying to prove with it. But that's the difference. So Mike, Kobe, they went on and hung it up, went to the crib, dog. LeBron can't seem to do it, right? So yeah, it might be some truth that he wouldn't mind less games, because he wanna be cemented in, and you know, his legacy. Part of his legacy is that scoring record that he got from Kareem. Playing with his son, and the false GOAT debate. You know, that's pretty much part of his legacy. That is his. That's the foundation of his legacy. Kareem scoring title, stats, playing with his son, and it won't be rings. It really won't. Yeah, it just won't be rings. Like people who legacy is, you know, the foundation is rings, is people like Russell, Mike, Kareem, Magic. I don't even think Bird's legacy is really tied to rings like that, but he did get 3. LeBron got 3 as well. LeBron got 3. You know, Duncan's will be tied to it. Like Duncan's legacy is the fact that when we saw him play, we knew he was the best power forward we ever seen, even if he didn't go out there and try to get every stat imaginable. Right? He's doing it way different than what Jokic is doing. Jokic is trying to get every stat matter. I'm trying to get a triple-double every single game. I want to run point. I know Tony Parker is a good point guard, but I want to be the hub for the offense, and I want to get all the assists. Tim Duncan could have done that if Tim Duncan wanted all the stats, but Tim Duncan would have one ring like Jokic if he played like that. Instead, he said, I'm going to sacrifice some of my game. Even though I'm the best post player in the game, we're not going to the well on what I can do. I when y'all need me, I'll be here. But let Tony Parker run the offense, get everybody involved. Ginobili, you come out, you can shoot the lights out whenever you got the green light. I fit in or get in where I fit in. And when y'all need me, the game's tied, it's clutch, we need a bucket. Throw the ball down here. I'm Tim Duncan. I get us a basket. That's totally different than what Jokic is saying. Look, I want to micromanage the offense. I want to be involved in everything. I want all the assists. I want to be able to shoot when I want to. I also want to be able to say I don't want to shoot. Like, how you in a close clutch game against the best team in the East, Detroit, and your best player decide he only shooting 9 times in that game. Like, you facing another MVP candidate in Cade Cunningham, the best team in the East, the second best team in the league in the Detroit Pistons, and your best player who claims he's the best player on the planet comes in the game and say, you know what, this would be the perfect game for me to take only 9 shots. I'm going to take 9 shots this game while I'm getting outdueled by Cade Cunningham. I'm taking 9 shots this game. This is the game I want to make sure I get 12 assists. You know why the last 2 games before the All-Star break, Jokic was taking less shots and getting more assists? Because when he came back from injury, in the first 3 games he played, because Jamal Murray was running the offense just fine when Jokic was hurt. And Jamal Murray was averaging double-digit assists while Jokic was hurt. So when he came back, he didn't want to just jump in and say, give me the point guard back. He wanted to ease his way into it. So game 1, he only had like 6 assists, 7 assists. He went like 2 games with like 6 or 7 assists. Maybe one game he had maybe 9 or 10, but he had some low assists, and he was averaging 12 assists a game at one point. All of a sudden, he's averaging 10 assists a game. And if that trend continued, he would have dropped below 10 and would have been in the 9, which means he wasn't averaging a triple-double anymore. This man was so concerned about averaging a triple-double, he made sure the next 2 games he got more assists than shot attempts. This man was spamming assists all over the floor and only taking 9 shots. He wants to keep his assist numbers at 10. He wants to average another triple-double. He want to average another triple-double because he knows he don't have no shot at MVP again this year, with OKC being led by SGA winning so many games more than what Denver is winning. Like, there's no argument. Like, yeah, what you do is phenomenal. You average a triple-double, but if it's so phenomenal, how come Denver can't get more wins than OKC? And the lie that OKC just has this super team that could survive without SGA, and SGA is not the catalyst for their wins, and vice versa for Jokic. Denver has a sorry team that can't survive without Jokic. We just seen it play out. Jokic missed 16 games. They were fine. Denver was fine. As a matter of fact, they were number 4 when Jokic got hurt. When Jokic came back, they was number 2 in the West. So they did more than fine, right? But on the other hand, Jokic comes back and they're 2-4. And then when you look at OKC, yeah, we got to see SGA go down and get hurt. He missed like 4 games before the All-Star break. OKC only won 1 of those games. So the lie that we've been pushing has always been false. I knew it was false, but I'm not gonna say fortunate, but just for the sake of proving to people that, dang, you get both players getting injured back to back in the same month, and you got to see firsthand what OKC was going to do without SGA and what Denver could do without Jokic. And what we found out is Jamal Murray has been an all-star this whole time. Peyton Watson has been a star in the making this whole time, getting held back by the offense that only utilizes Jokic. As soon as Jokic came back, Watson was trash again. And shoot, what we seen Michael Porter Jr. do in Brooklyn. I mean, he had Watson, a healthy Aaron Gordon, a healthy Michael Porter Jr., and a healthy Jamal Murray. And Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray are playing like all-stars. Gordon has always played like an all-star, and now Peyton Watson is playing like one. So Denver has always been stacked. So there's always been a lie that Jokic was just carrying them. That's always been a lie. So yeah. That's I'm pretty sure that's one of his stipulations in his contract. Who are you talking about? Gordon and MPJ are real ones. Murray inconsistent. Well, I mean, here's the thing about being inconsistent. Well, first of all, Taco Master, give me your reasoning or give me an example of Murray being inconsistent. And while you typing that, I speak on it. Because what I'm assuming you're gonna say is that one game Murray would have 30 and the next game he'll have 18. Right? That's what I'm assuming you're gonna say that, and you're calling that inconsistent. However, one game Jokic will have 30 and the next game he'll have 18. So if you're gonna call Murray inconsistent, you've got to call Jokic inconsistent. Like I just told you, he took 9 shots against Detroit. That's the example of inconsistency. This is the reason why reality should prevail over narrative. Because the reason why no one would call Jokic inconsistent, because the narrative is that he's everything for the offense, right? So if he decides, I'm just going to pass tonight, that's not inconsistency, y'all, because he made the decision just to be a passer. But let me ask you this, because everything gets adjusted based on what Jokic is doing, because he's the hub for the offense. If Jokic decided to take 20 to 25 shots a game in this game, then the adjustment that everyone has to make, starting with Murray because he's the co-star, if Jokic is taking 25 shots a game, then what does Murray have to do? Murray has to be more of a facilitator because the big fella is being aggressive tonight. At a clash, it'll look like when Russell Westbrook and KD played together in OKC, if Russell was the point guard and then KD decided, I'm taking 25 shots tonight. And instead of the point guard saying, well, let me feed the big fella and make sure he get it going because he's been aggressive. What Russ would do, he'll see KD being aggressive, taking 25 shots, and then Russ would be like, I'm taking 25 shots too. Because Russ is an aggressive person. The switch is always on for him. He don't make the adjustment and say, okay, I'm going to play like Rondo tonight. Or if KD come in and the game plan is to double him and not let him get shots off, then that's when your co-star, Jamal Murray or Russell, would say, okay, tonight is my night. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be, oh man, he's getting off. They can't stop him. Let me show what I can do too. That's not what you're supposed to do. That's not what a co-star is supposed to do. You step in. Jaylen Brown does it real well with Tatum. When Tatum got it going, Jaylen Brown will kind of, fall into his number 2 role and let Tatum do his thing. If Tatum struggles, then that's when Jaylen Brown say, okay, I got it tonight. But you're not going to call it inconsistent because the co-star is adjusting to the main player. So if the main player decides I'm being aggressive tonight, the co-star is got to do the other thing. It's yin and yang. But if Jokic decides I'm only taking 9 shots, then now Jamal Murray is forced to, I got to carry the scoring load because Jokic is not taking shots tonight. I got to take the scoring load. So when you see his production in points going up and down, it's not inconsistency. It's him making an adjustment to Jokic. So if you're not going to call Jokic inconsistent, I'm confused how you calling Murray inconsistent. And Jokic commits turnovers. Do you know he had 10? He almost had a quadruple double last game. If they would have counted all his turnovers, he only ended up getting 9 one game, 8 the other. But do you know he's first of all, he's averaging about 4 turnovers a game. I mean, you critique. Look, don't get a favorite player and then start critiquing his teammates based on you not being capable of critiquing your favorite player. Don't do that. Like, the turnovers from Jokic is insane. He's a turnover machine. As a matter of fact, he's in the top 5 turnovers for the last 3 years. Up there with, I think, Trae Young, James Harden, Luka, Jokic. He's a top turnover machine in the league the last 3 years. So yeah, it's not inconsistency on Murray. You gotta watch the you are critiquing his teammates. You're critiquing Murray because he's overrated. Okay. Well, I don't know what to say to that. You talking about, say, haven't you learned? Doesn't matter if you win or lose. What matters is how your stats look at the end of the game. Yeah, that's what's going on with Denver and Nikola Jokic. It's just they're just looking at the stats. That's all they're doing is looking at the stats. You know what? I'm gonna open the phone line up. You can call in, Taco Master. We should have this conversation. Y'all can call in and talk about Tim Hardaway and LeBron, or y'all can call in and talk about this Nikola Jokic thing. I welcome the conversation. Because inconsistent is wild. But that's the new he said Jokic number 3 in turnover in the last 3 years. Appreciate it. That's crazy. Your center. You get more turnovers than your point guard, but y'all giving the ball to your center more than your point guard. Jamal Murray, he had 10 assists and 0 turnovers one game last week. Jokic had 9. I'm like, man, these people.
Is this working?
Yeah, can you hear me? What's up, caller? Who's this?
Yeah, this is Taco.
Taco, what's up, big dog? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
You ain't called in a minute. Where you been?
I've just been working. Sleeping.
All right. Go ahead. I'm gonna hear you out.
All right. Yeah, no, I don't disagree that Jokic has definitely been inconsistent, especially since he's come back. But the main thing with the turnovers that I've seen from the games I've been able to watch when I have time, like, he's getting doubled and these idiots are throwing him the ball. I'm like, why would you give him the ball and 2 guys on him? There's a guy in the corner doing nothing. Why do you have to throw? I don't know if that's bad coaching or what, but that's so irritating to keep watching. And then obviously he gets a turnover because what are you going to do? There's 2 guys on you and you're trying to grab the ball. It's frustrating to watch.
I mean,
he makes dumb passes too.
He makes dumb passes.
The other day he did that hook pass right to the other team.
That's what I see mostly with his turnovers. And I see him get stripped too when he's trying to handle the ball on the perimeter. And every time he gets stripped, he do that sucker salute, looking at the refs like, I call it the sucker salute. Yeah, he do that sucker salute.
His arms flail up.
Yeah, like he looking for a foul. I'm like, no, you just got stripped, big dog. So him handling the ball on the perimeter as a 6'11" guy against smaller guys, he gets stripped, and then his horrible passes. That's the most of the turnovers I see.
Yeah, this year especially, I've seen him do a lot of those like no looks that he's trying to do, and just for no reason. Like, you're not fooling anybody because the guy's not looking at you. He's trying to figure out what you're going to do. But aside from that, with Murray, I'm not talking about his points per game. Like, yeah, you have a bad game. Like, it's going to happen. I'm talking about he's bad for, like, the whole game. Then he'll start making shots in the fourth quarter. And people are like, oh, he saved the team. I was like, no, he went 7 for 20. Not even. He went, like, 4 for 20. And then he went 7 for 7. It's like, if he didn't go 4 for 20.
I think that's every player, though, like, including Jokic. You get what I'm saying? Like, people that are Denver fans or Jokic fans have caught on to this narrative that Murray is inconsistent because we've always been trying to reconcile in our mind how come Denver keeps falling short when the best player by far on the planet is healthy and in his prime and on his team? So what's really going on? Have you ever played Sudoku? That game Sudoku, right? Like, you know, you're trying to get all these number patterns in this box, and if you get one number wrong and move on, you won't find out that number is wrong till you get to the end and figure out, shoot, this number is wrong. So, you know, that's what's going on with everybody's mind with Denver and Jokic, because the thing they got wrong is Jokic is the best player in the world. So everything that comes after that don't make sense or fit, because if you're the best player in the world, how come you keep getting whooped in the playoffs and keep losing, and your team don't never be the best team with the best record? Like, it don't make sense. And we start finding things that we think is wrong. Oh, look, where's Jamal Murray? He's always injured, or he's inconsistent, or Gordon's not an all-star, and Murray's not an all-star, and Michael Porter Jr. he's never played with an all-star. We got all of these little excuses to explain why this first premise is wrong, which is Jokic is the best player ever, or he's actually overrated, and we don't want to fix that and say, well, maybe we got that wrong, and now everything else will make more sense if we just reconcile that Jokic is not what we thought he was. If you do that, everything will make sense, and we'll stop saying that Murray is inconsistent and he never played with an all-star and all of that stuff. All of that is just flat out wrong. He hasn't played with all.
I've never said that.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Like, people got Jokic wrong.
Yeah. No, and I can agree with that. I mean, we've discussed it in chat and stuff before. Like, the assists are just this. Like, I don't understand why he needs to have all these assists. I don't know why they run the offense like that. Like, yeah, it's good that he can do that, but he doesn't need to do that.
Correct.
He should be scoring, rebounding, and playing defense. Like, he started playing good, like not good, but better defense at the beginning of the year, and then it just like disappeared, and it went back. I was hoping that was Adelman, but I guess not.
A wolf can only wear sheep's wool for so long before it start itching. So he's just not a defender by heart. So even if he tries to do it for a little while, he can't do it for long.
Yeah. But like MPJ always got like destroyed by Denver fans. And I'm like, what are you guys watching the games? Are you watching what this guy does? What this guy can do?
Yeah.
It was always really frustrating. And now that he's in Brooklyn and people see it, like, why did you do that in Denver? And like, he did. You just weren't watching.
Yeah. And they badmouth him as well.
Yeah. But Murray, if you say anything bad about Murray in the Nuggets group, it's like you're saying something bad about Jokic. They're in love with the two of them. And I'm like, look at the All-Star game. I didn't watch it, but from everything I've read and heard about it, he just played like shit. But obviously you can see the stats. But that's one of his off games again.
Yeah.
And it's just, they happen so often.
I don't know.
Like,
man.
this year, not so much.
Yeah, not so much this year. I mean, yeah, but like I said,
and in the playoffs year they won.
But like I said, for the most part, he's making an adjustment to what his best player is doing. Like, I mean, he would be trying to take over the team. Like, can you imagine if Pippen decided, he go take 25 shots? As a matter of fact, the crazy thing about it is Michael Jordan never need Pippen to do all that stuff. Like what Jamal Murray does for Jokic, like this year he's averaging 25. The Bulls or Michael Jordan never needed 25 from Pippen. Can you imagine that? Pippen never averaged 25 playing with Jordan. Mike didn't need 25, dog. Can you imagine it? Do you know why Jokic need 25 from his co-star? Because for them to even be competitive, they're so bad on defense, they have to do so much on offense. Your you 100%. You should never need 25 from your co-star. Something is wrong,
especially with Gordon out.
Something is wrong if you need 25 for you. How much is is SGA co-star giving him this year? His co-star has been Chet Holmgren this whole season, right? Because Jamal Williams has been out most of the season, right? Chet Holmgren was giving him 14, 15 points a game.
Yeah.
Right. So when defense is part of your equation on why your team is good, you don't need 25 from your co-star. Denver has the number one scoring offense in the league. They have to score so many points because they're the number 25 defense in the league.
Oh, yeah, 100%. They're built just like the Lakers right now.
Exactly. And how many points do Luka need from his co-star? Freaking Austin Reeves was giving this man 25 plus as well.
27, yeah.
So I want you to look what is Cade Cunningham co-star giving him? His co-star is Jalen Durant. He's giving him the same thing Chet Holmgren's giving him: defense,
12,
rebounds,
16,
and about 15 points. Yeah, Durant's getting about 15 points. So you have to look at these guys who constantly need 25 from their co-star. LeBron James was just like that. He needed 25 from AD. He needed 25 from Wade. He needed 25 from Kyrie Irving. That's not good if you need that much from your co-star. You making your co-star do number one level work on offense. Let that sink in. But I digress.
And I can say that comes from that LeBron style of play where you're like, I'm going to do everything, or quote unquote everything, so that I look like
exactly
gold no matter what.
Exactly.
But
it's a stat driven it's a stat driven style of play that's supposed to drive the stats up for your best player. However, when you play like that, you actually put yourself back or set yourself back. So you actually playing or hustling backwards. It looks like a lot of effort and a lot of work because you're averaging a triple-double or damn near triple-double, but you're hustling backwards. And now we have to make up for that by I need a co-star that can score 25 points just like me. And then I need a third star who can score just as much. Like Jokic has Murray who can score in bunches. And then he had Michael Porter Jr. who can score in bunches. And then he had Aaron Gordon who can score in bunches. How many people did Michael Jordan have that can score on an elite level? Not Steve Kerr, not Bill Winnington, not Luke Longley, not Dennis Rodman.
Kukoc.
You think Kukoc came off the bench?
He was the sixth man, Tim Hardaway.
He never gave them more than 25, 30 points. He never gave them 30 points in the playoff game or nothing like that.
Oh no, I'm not saying he did. I'm saying he could.
He probably maybe he could, and maybe Pippen could. So you know not Ron Harper either. So you got Jordan, Pippen, Kukoc. You got three guys who maybe can give you 25 or more. Mm-hmm. But the style of play that LeBron, Luka, and Jokic play, you need three guys you need three additional guys. Other than Jokic, you still need Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Peyton Watson. 4 guys who can give you 25 or more if they got the opportunity.
And you got Tim Hardaway Jr. off the bench who can do it.
Just unreal. I'm not even gonna count Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm just gonna say Peyton. I'm just going off last year. Peyton, MPJ, Jamal, and Aaron Gordon. That's a lot, dog. That's overkill.
Yep.
And you only need overkill when your defense is trash or the offense you're running is also trash. It don't take all that. I don't think
anybody will disagree about the defense.
No, it don't take all that. It don't take all that, man. But yeah, I appreciate the call, man. Let me. I'm gonna move on.
Yeah. I don't want to tie you up.
All right, thanks. Take call.
Thanks.
All right. I probably could take one more. Who said I'm contradicting myself? Yeah, whatever. Sure. He said okay. He said I said it was bad that you need a co-star to score 25 points. Now you saying multiple 25-point scores. That's not what I said. Boy, your comprehension skills is insane. Boy, your comprehension skills is insane, dog. Golly. Go ahead, call the phone, Grade Diggers. Oh man, a contradiction if I said needing multiple 25-point scores tells you that something is wrong. And if I contradicted myself, I would down the line say that it's good. I never said that it was good. I said that something is wrong if you have the best player in the world, supposedly, and he needs a 25-point score. He need a co-star that averages 25 or more. And the examples I gave was Michael Jordan did not need Pippen to give him 25 points per game. In fact, Scottie Pippen never did. I said SGA does not need a 25 points per game score. But the players who do, like Jokic, Luka, and LeBron, that tells you that something is not right. If you have a player that good, like the way they tell us Luka, LeBron, and Jokic how good they are, if you need a 25 point, if you need to get not a guy who can get 25, I'm talking about a guy who averages 25. You need a guy that averages 25. That is the Murrays, that is the Kyries, the Wades, the ADs, the Austin Reeves. Like, you need a guy that averages 25. Then what the hell are you doing as the number one scorer if your co-star needs 25? That's almost like if I pay you, like, let's say I hire you, you're an electrician. You got a contract as an electrician. You're a contractor. I hire you. I pay you a salary for to do electrical work. Come wire up my house. We agree on the price, and then you come back and tell me, oh, I also need an additional salary to pay this other electrician. If I hired you to be an electrician, why the hell do you need to bring another electrician with you to get the job done? Why don't I just pay him? Right? So if you, the man who's getting all the money and the attention, then get it done with these role players. Why the hell you need to go get another Superman to help you win? And that's what these guys need. And the reason why they need that is because they have a flawed offensive system that they're running, and they're not playing top-notch defense. I would say that LeBron was the exception to the rule, because I think LeBron played excellent defense in Miami with his super team. But then again, the overkill was a player like Wade and a super team. Not only did he have a player like Wade, he had a player like Chris Bosh and a player like Ray Allen coming off the bench and a player like Mike Miller coming off the bench. It was unreal. Caller from Texas, what's up?
What's up, Brody?
What's good, man? What's your thoughts?
I think your information a little boggled up a little bit. Like you keep saying you keep making these categories, bro. Like, and I don't think you understand like that things are fundamentally different. Like, and LeBron don't need a 25 per game score. Like, Kyrie didn't average 25 in 2015, 2016. Wade didn't average 25 in 2012.
How much did they average?
2013.
How much did they average?
Kyrie averaged, like, if I'm not mistaken, like 20-something points. He came back off the knee injury, and in 2016, so he averaged like 20 points, 21 points, something like that. And D Wade didn't average 25 points in 2012 or 13.
Okay, so I'm looking at Kyrie Irving in Cleveland 2016, 2017, averaging 25 points a game.
No, 2015, 2016.
Did they win the championship?
That's when they won a chip.
Okay. And he averaged 25 2016, 2017, and he averaged 25 the year after that as well.
Yeah, we're talking about you said they need that to win, though.
Well, I mean, how much he averaged in the playoffs?
Who, LeBron?
Yeah, the year they won it, he averaged 25. No, I'm talking about Kyrie. He averaged 25 in the playoffs.
Bro, 20. So now you're saying they got to average 25 in the playoffs?
Well, I mean, it goes to my point. He only played 53 games the year they won it. So obviously,
I just said that.
Okay, so obviously, when he got healthy, he was a 25-point scorer in the playoffs. He averaged 25 points in the playoffs. As a matter of fact, 2015, 2016, when they won it, he averaged 25 in the playoffs, and then the year after that, he averaged 26.
Yeah, bro, but you say they need that. I'm giving you years that he didn't have that and they won.
Well, he won it in 2015-16, and he averaged 25 in the playoffs.
Yeah, you didn't say that at first. Well, so now it's the playoffs.
Is he a 25-point scorer or not?
No, who's Kyrie Irving?
Yes.
I'm saying not to me.
Okay, but he averaged
He
25 in
never
the
walked in
playoffs.
25.
Yeah, but he averaged 25 in the playoffs.
What happened when he was in there with Luka?
But he averaged 25 in the playoffs. He's a 25-point scorer.
So if you average 25 points in a game, in the playoffs one season, you label him as a 25 per game scorer. Yeah, we just different in that, bro. We different in that.
You tell me what you
label.
label
You do
him.
it consistently with me.
Hey, okay. Well, he averaged 25 in the playoffs, big dog. How many times you think Pippen averaged 25 in the playoffs?
Bro, Pippen had averaged like 23. Like if you want to over 2 points, I mean, we just got a difference of opinion, bro. But you like you isolating Pippen's value to points. Like when we know that's a disingenuous statement when we know Pippen meant way more to that team than points. Let me ask you.
But you're making my point for me. My point is this. My point is that when defense is not part of your equation on what makes you great, and you run a flawed offense, i.e., the triple-double basketball, like Luka, Jokic, and LeBron runs. When you run a flawed offense and you suck on defense, you're gonna need a lot of points to overcome that. And that's why LeBron James, Luka, and Jokic constantly and consistently need a dominant scorer as a co-star. They can't have a co-star that can score enough and then play defense. They can't have that type of co-star. Their co-star got to be a certified MFing bucket because they're lacking in so many other areas.
Because who's lacking?
With the flawed offense.
Some of the player?
And Jokic
why did MJ need a playmaker?
In Jokic and Luka's case, they're lacking defensively greatly.
Okay,
right?
I got it.
And then they run the flawed offense. LeBron just runs the flawed offense, but during his championship run, he was a good defender. So I'm not saying LeBron lacked that much, but he did need a super team for most of his rings, and he needed that dominant scorer beside him.
Okay, so I'm asking you, why did MJ need a playmaker?
Who was the playmaker?
Scottie Pippen.
Okay, good. I think the triangle offense.
Why did MJ need a system that took the ball out of his hands?
It was a good system.
It was a great system.
I think that's good.
I agree.
I think every player that's what I'm saying that LeBron and Kyrie and Luka and Jokic needs. They need a system to do these things instead of them trying to micromanage it and just stat pad.
Bro, high pick and roll is a system, bro.
No, that's not a system. It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not a system when
bro,
only.
Why do teams run high pick and roll, bro?
It's not a system when only one or two players are running it and everyone else is standing around just waiting for a pass.
Why do teams run high pick and roll, bro? Bro, space, bro, pace and space, bro. You think bro? I'm asking you a question, bro. Do you think players are on the court in locations that they're not supposed to be? When you say just standing around, like, bro, everybody not gonna handle the ball. Everybody not gonna make plays for your team, bro. The high pick and roll puts the ball in your best decision maker's hands, bro.
And then just spam the screen and roll and just let the best player decide everything. Yeah, that's a bad.
Make the decision, bro.
Yeah, that's a bad offense. That's a bad offense.
No, it's not, bro. Hey, bro, you think in 2025, bro, people about to be running motion offenses, bro?
It's a bad offense.
Triangle wouldn't work in these days, bro. You know why? Because they switch everything.
It's a bad offense. It's a bad offense.
Bad. So what offenses would you like teams to run?
The players who run
the old motion offenses is not gonna work these days, bro.
The player who run high screen and roll and let the best player make all the decisions are on the left side of the screen. Jokic.
So who do you want making the decisions?
Jokic,
not the best player
LeBron,
on the team?
Harden, Westbrook, Luka, Caitlin Clark, all of those guys and girls run the offense that you're talking about. And without a super team, I only see 2 rings over there. Without a
LeBron
super
got
team.
4 by himself.
No.
Bro,
I said without a super team. Without a super team.
Bro, without a super team, I don't know nothing about that, bro. Like how many rings does Magic have without a super team?
Without a super team. Without a super team.
That's something y'all isolate, bro, to go at LeBron. I'm not
yeah, that's fine. I'm not
basketball.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about LeBron. I'm talking about the play style. I'm not even talking about LeBron. But without a super team,
teams run high pick and roll, bro.
I'm explaining it to you. They run high screen and roll.
Explain it to me. Why they run high pick and roll?
They run high screen and roll because it puts their best player in the best position to stat pad. They're not. They're definitely not doing it for rings because it don't get rings. It don't produce rings. So I don't know why they do. It ain't for rings for sure. Are you think they're doing it for rings?
Bro, so you think basketball will go back to motion offenses?
I'm asking you a question. Do you think they're running high screen and roll?
You can't answer none of my basketball questions, big bro.
Listen, do you think they run a high screen and roll for rings?
I think they're running high screen and roll because that's the best system, nigga, for that team.
Is it working?
I mean, LeBron got 4 of them.
How many Harden got?
Like, I can't speak. Like,
how many Luka got? How many Luka got?
Win.
How many Luka got?
Like, bro, you compare it. How
many Westbrook got? How many Caitlin Clark got? How many Jokic got?
Jokic got a ring.
He got 1.
Like, what are you talking about?
He got 1.
Bro, I can go to. So you want me to play it like you playing it?
I can grab Kobe. I can grab Kobe. I can grab Kobe.
Listen, high screen and roll, bro.
I can grab Kobe. I can grab Kobe, just Kobe by himself, and compare him with every player on the left side that run high screen and roll, and they got the same amount of rings.
Yeah, but Kobe was a co-star.
Kobe played in the triangle. I can grab Michael Jordan. I can grab certain stuff. I can grab Michael Jordan.
Bro. You tell me don't
hold on.
Go ahead, bro.
I can grab Michael Jordan and compare him to everybody on the left side. Michael Jordan got more rings than everybody on the left side. I can grab Tim Duncan. I can grab Tim Duncan.
MJ played in a triangle, bro.
Exactly, a good system. And Tim Duncan played in the good system.
Triangle. So you want them to run a triangle today?
Tim Duncan played in the good system as well. He got 5 rings.
Bro, them motion offenses, bro. Motion offense is not gonna run today, my guy.
Okay, so what you think Eric Spoelstra running?
What is he running? You just asked me about rings. How many rings has Eric supposed to run? Nigga, without LeBron on the team, without a superstar.
The same offense you said.
Offense is not working, bro.
You cook, man. Get in the pot. The same offense you said nobody's running. Eric Spoelstra is running it, and he don't even need no superstar.
Eric Spoelstra don't run. What's the name? Hey, you cook. What's the name? What's the offense that Eric's supposed to run?
He runs a motion.
So when LeBron was there, he ran a motion offense.
A good variation of it for sure. Yeah, he tried to run it, but LeBron.
Bro, stop it.
LeBron was
he ran
the first year he tried to run it, but LeBron was so primitive with no jump shot and no post game. They had to go to a little bit of 5-man out. So it was a mix of what Spoelstra wanted to do and what LeBron was comfortable with.
You say LeBron couldn't what? He couldn't do what?
He couldn't really adapt. I mean, we seen that in the Dallas series when he only averaged 15 points. He couldn't adapt to what they were trying to do. He had a post game and he couldn't shoot.
Hey, bro, y'all can go back to that all day long.
Of course we can. Of course we can.
What do you do after
that? He had a super team and they won too.
But he had a super team the year he lost.
Correct, which is horrible.
Like, what you mean? Like, bro, I can do the same thing, bro. I don't nitpick dudes like that. I'm just saying, I'm gonna talk basketball, bro. I'm saying, why do you think that coaches run high screen and roll?
I just told you.
Why?
Because they're spamming stats and they're stat padding for their best player.
Bro, you think coaches trying to stat pad for players or trying to win games?
They're not trying to win games. If they run a high screen and roll, all that, putting the ball in one player's hand and making him make all the decision, they're not trying to win games. That's a fact.
I'm saying, bro, when was it, bro? When was it that teams had like 9 and 10 ball handlers, bro? Pause.
Look, I'm gonna put something on the screen for you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put something on the screen for you. These are the top coaches of all time, according to the NBA. And I want you to point to which one of them ran high screen and roll with their best player making all the decisions.
Hey, bro, when did high screen and roll come into existence?
Point them out. Point the coach out that runs high screen and roll with their best player for the entire game.
I ain't looking at my screen. Tell me who the coach is.
So when I say that,
tell me who the coaches is.
Listen to what I'm saying. When I say that people who want to win do not.
Let me look at my screen.
People that want to win do not do those type of offenses. If you want to be taken serious, you don't run those type of offenses. And I want you to think about the guys who do run those offenses and think about how shaky their job security is. They be in and out of the league.
Who? Bro, high screen and roll is ran rampant over the league, bro. What are you talking about?
And those coaches don't last long.
Give me the coach.
Those coaches don't last long. Where's Mike D'Antoni? He was famous for that type of offense. Where is he at? Out of the league. Every coach that coached every coach that coached James Harden in Houston out of the league that wanted to run that. Daryl Morey, who as a GM, he bouncing from
tell me who you think run motion offenses right now, bro. Like, I could better go through your points, bro.
Yeah, go watch Eric Spoelstra in Miami. You'll see it there.
No, I'm not talking about. It was supposed to have won.
Go watch.
Outside of having LeBron James.
Go watch Miami.
Like, go
watch Miami.
So is he trying to win?
Go watch Miami. Go watch OKC play. Go watch San Antonio play. They're playing an equal opportunity system where it's not one guy.
OKC do not run a motion offense, bro. I don't think you know what a motion offense is, my guy. Because like you just chatting.
Okay.
Like Oklahoma City does not run a motion offense.
They don't run high screen and roll either.
They do.
Not spamming.
Who are you talking?
Listen,
they do run high screen and roll, bro.
When OKC run that offense, you're gonna see Jay Will, you're gonna see SGA, you're gonna see Cason Wallace, you're gonna see.
So you don't never see Chet. You don't never see.
You're gonna see every last one of those players
setting screens. Come on, bro. I mean, if we're gonna be dishonest about what's on tape, nigga. I mean, you could do that. You could live in La La Land. But what I'm saying is that, nigga, the Oklahoma City, especially nigga down the stretch, nigga, they run high speed and roll, bro. They gonna put the ball in SGA hands, bro.
Don't nobody listen. The high screen and roll is not a play that. If you run it, that means that's your entire offense. If you run one high screen and roll, or you run it down the stretch, that's not the same thing as saying Luka.
Duh, bro.
That's not the same thing as saying Luka. You're the point guard.
Duh, bro.
You're the point guard,
bro.
And every single, we're gonna do 5 man out, 5 guys standing at the 3-point line, and every single play we're running a screen and roll with Luka and somebody. That's what the Lakers do. That's not what OKC do. That's my point.
Oklahoma City, bro, runs heavy high screen and roll, bro. Like I don't know who you think. Like, bro, we all we gotta do is check tape.
So you think the Lakers? You think SGA and Luka is running the same offense?
They don't play the same, bro. They're not the same players.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think they're running the same offense?
Man, bro, all these semantics, bro. This nigga right here is crazy, bro. I said what I said, bro. They both run heavy high screen and roll, bro.
Is SGA and Luka running the same offense?
They don't play the same because they're not the same.
They running the same offense. They doing high screen and roll.
So cool. You think LeBron and Luka was running the same offense?
When LeBron was in Cleveland, yeah. I mean, he made it famous.
Okay, bro. So how did Kyrie get the ball in his hands?
Those are the only 2 people that's authorized to run the high screen and roll. Everybody else is standstill shooters.
Okay, bam. Only 2 people authorized. Bro, I remember when Allen Iverson nigga went off on a whole Nuggets team. Nigga said, "Don't nobody dribble the ball unless it's me or Carmelo." That's handling the ball, bro.
And what
you're not gonna have no team.
And what they got to do?
Niggas handling the ball, bro.
And what they got to? Well, OKC has a team with a lot of people handling the ball.
Bro, so not everything. So like, okay, so you're right, bro. So every team that wins the year before, every team nigga should go and like play like that, bro. You adjust to the players around you, big bro. Like I don't know what you don't understand about that, bro. You go from one extreme to the next, bro. Basketball systems, good coaches create systems around their best players, bro. Every team not gonna have the same system, bro. The reason that the triangle.
The triangle existed before Phil Jackson and
yeah, bro. I know about Texas Winners, bro. Texas Winners played in it.
Okay, so listen.
Can't teach me no basketball, bro.
The triangle existed before they got to the Bulls, so they didn't get to the Bulls and say we're going to create an offense around MJ. They didn't do that. They said,
bro, that's not what I'm saying, bro.
I'm about to mute you. I'm about to mute you. I'm about to mute you.
Yo, go ahead and mute me. You talking over me.
I'm about to mute you. So listen, when they got to the Bulls, they said,
okay, souffle in this nigga.
Michael Jordan and everyone else, you're going to learn this offense, and that's what we're running.
No basketball.
That's what a system is. A system is not, hey, we're going to give our best player the ball and let him play one-on-one. Everyone spread the floor. That's a system. That's not a system. That's
bro.
That's giving your best player the ball.
High speed and roll is a system, bro.
That's giving your best player the ball. That's giving your best player the ball and telling everyone else to go stand in the corner and let him run high screen and roll and make every decision. That's not a system, and that's why they're not winning with it.
Well, I'm saying LeBron does win with it though.
With a super team.
Bro, Bird and Magic won with super teams. Bro, I'm saying if it fits your narrative, it fits your narrative, bro. But what I'm saying is super team or not, LeBron got 4 rings. You say that Joker and Luka and all them in the category that don't play defense. When LeBron is known as one of the best two-way players in NBA history, and you put him in the category with them.
He actually not.
But that's clown shit.
I don't think nobody. I don't think when they say the best two-way players, I don't think LeBron name come up, big dog.
Hey, cool. Hey, do me a favor, nigga. Hey, you got a computer right there in front of you. Nigga, Google it.
LeBron.
We got to talk about it.
How many defensive teams he played?
Let's not talk about me and your opinion. Let's talk about consensus.
Okay, how many defensive player of the years and how many defensive teams has LeBron made?
No, bro. Do what I just asked you to do. Let's check consensus. Bro. LeBron got one less All NBA defense team than Scottie Pippen. Which is one of the most lethal defenders that ever lived. Like, stop that. One less than Hakeem Olajuwon. Like, who you talking to, bro?
Hold on. You think?
Man, bro, you think? Man, stop all that, bro.
Hold on. You think LeBron?
You the same dude that say you could be an elite defender, bro, without making an all defensive team. Now you trying to run this?
I don't remember saying
that.
I
let you talk over there, bro. You gonna hang yourself, bro.
Here's
you
my
the same
point.
Dude that said that.
So you said that people consider LeBron.
You gonna hang yourself.
People consider LeBron James one of the best two-way players in history. That's what you said.
History.
All right. So I'm gonna give you a first team, and you tell me if LeBron should be on this first team. All NBA two-way players. You got.
Let me know. Is he on the first team?
You got Gary Payton. You got Michael Jordan.
You said Gary who?
You got Gary Payton. You got Michael Jordan. You got Kawhi Leonard. You got Tim Duncan, and you can throw Hakeem at the 5.
Kawhi Leonard is not a better two-way player than LeBron.
Wow. Okay.
Gary Payton is not a better two-way player than LeBron.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I'm saying, show us the list of that. Show us where anybody saying that that Kawhi Leonard or Gary Payton is a better two-way player than LeBron.
What?
Yeah, I know.
You don't think Kawhi Leonard is a better? You don't think Kawhi Leonard is a better two-way player than LeBron?
No, I'm saying show us where I say that.
So is Kawhi better?
Thank you. That means nowhere says that.
Is Kawhi Leonard a better defender than LeBron?
Kawhi Leonard is not. No, bro. You know what two-way player mean, bro?
I'm asking. We're breaking it down. Is he a better defender than LeBron?
I give LeBron a slight edge.
All right. Yeah, I mean, well, if you get LeBron a slight edge,
versatility.
Okay, cool.
Bro, I can talk basketball.
Cool.
I don't gotta run like you.
Cool.
I can talk basketball, bro. I can talk basketball.
There's you know what? You got it, big dog. Okay,
let's give. No. I take that back. I'm gonna give it to Kawhi Leonard. Carry on.
I know you are.
Because
that's common sense. That's common sense.
I'm giving Kawhi defense. So it's common sense that Kawhi Leonard is an all-time better defender than LeBron. That's common sense?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going with it too. Okay, I'm agreeing with you. Now, we're going to get that check to Kawhi Leonard. Now keep going.
All right, so now as far as offense,
that ain't even I don't even got to discuss that.
I'm giving.
I mean, if I do,
so I'm giving LeBron a A+ on offense. I'm giving LeBron, if you take his entire career, I'm giving him a C on defense. Now, if you take if you take his prime years when he was
which is what everybody does. We kind of usually only judge in their prime, but carry on.
Yeah, but okay. So if you take his prime, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years that he played defense.
Okay.
So if you take those years and Kawhi's years in his prime, I'm giving Kawhi A+ on defense. I'm giving LeBron probably a B on defense.
Okay.
Right, but the entire career, I'm giving Kawhi A+. I'm giving LeBron a C for the entire career.
Look, bro, come on, let's get to the two-way, bro.
Now,
I'm not even. We compare LeBron to a nigga that hardly plays.
Right.
Like
now on offense. On offense, I'm giving LeBron and Kawhi A+ on offense. So that makes Kawhi a better two-way player.
But stop.
That makes Kawhi a better two-way player.
Yeah, to you. To you. But bro, I'm not here. I'm not here to make jokes. I'm not gonna try to joke on your list or who
LeBron can't shoot. That matters to me.
Nowhere is it gonna say Kawhi Leonard, bro. Nowhere is it gonna say that Kawhi Leonard is a better two-way player than LeBron.
Yeah, but he is though.
Yeah, you can say that. Oh, come on, bro. I can tell you that I seen a cow jump over the moon last night. like I'm saying, if that's what you want to stamp your flag and pet your flag and lean on, I mean that's cool. I can say anything. I can say Jamal Mashburn nigga was better than Kobe and better than LeBron. We're talking about facts,
my point is this, because even if I don't use Kawhi, I could have used Scottie Pippen. I could have used a lot of small forwards.
Pippen is not a better two-way player than LeBron.
Jeez.
Like, stop it. Like you really on your show saying this shit.
Yeah, Pippen is a better two-way player than LeBron, dog.
So Pippen is a better. Okay, well, I'm gonna give you that same challenge. You know, pull it up and show me one place that say Scottie Pippen is a better two-way player than LeBron James.
Why is that your form of proof?
What you mean? Bro, do you think I can believe it, bro? Do you think it's more factual to me?
Do you think I got my opinions by pulling it up and seeing what somebody else said about it? That's not how I get my opinions.
No, bro. Neither did I. I'm just trying to. I'm proving to you that what you're saying is so absurd that nobody's ever said it.
So you think LeBron James is a top 5 two-way player of all time?
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's what you think.
Hey, bro, what's switchability? Like, what's versatility? Like, what's offense and defensive gravity?
What?
Like what's roaming? Like, what are you talking about, bro? Upper echelon, creme de la creme roamer.
What
like,
in the world?
We're talking basketball, bro.
What are you talking about?
We ain't talking about feelings right now, bro. We're talking basketball.
What's the purpose of defense, bro?
You say what?
What's the purpose of defense?
What's the purpose of defense? But we had a question you got.
Right. What's the purpose of defense?
bro, the purpose of defense, bro, is to play defense, bro. That's what the purpose of defense is.
I educate you on this.
Yeah, educate me. Now you should educate me. Go ahead.
In basketball, the purpose of defense is, number one, keep your man in front of you and keep him from getting to the rim and keep him from getting an easy shot. That's the first thing you must do. Stay in front of your man, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to people standing in front of keeping that man in front of them, I'm putting Kawhi Leonard over LeBron 100%.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the first thing you must do. That's on the ball. That's when your man has the ball. Can you stop your man? Right? That's your first job. Kawhi does that better than LeBron. Now,
No, I don't agree with that.
The number two thing is, when you're guarding your man when he don't have the ball, how good are you off the ball defender? Kawhi is better than LeBron on that. And then
you say Kawhi is a better help defender than LeBron.
And then
what you just said,
and then you get to things when
you just spit your feelings, bro. You're not giving us no physical evidence behind anything that you're saying right now, bro.
Okay, who just
said Kawhi Leonard is a better help defender than LeBron.
I didn't say help.
You did just say help. You say guard in the. Oh my God, bro.
I didn't say help.
Okay, bro. Okay, go carry on, bro. Carry on.
All right. Kawhi Leonard leads the league in steals right now. I don't know if you knew that.
You lead the league in steals that does not highlight you being a great defender.
Yeah, it doesn't. But everything else on the ball and off the ball does. And you saying Kawhi like this right now?
You saying Kalawa lockdown like defender right now?
He's still a
or
good
you saying
defender.
back in his prime?
Yeah, when he's healthy, he's still a good defender.
When he's healthy, I always got to be a caveat. Like, bro, if you start anything out, bro, with when he's healthy, like, bro, we really don't got nothing to talk about, bro. Like when he's healthy, like, come on, bro.
Yeah, and when
I'm giving the peak. I will give. I give Kawhi a slight edge as far as defensive peaks go. But all around defense is about more than you stopping one guy that's in front of you. It's about, bro, like the defenses that MJ faced and the early two, like bro, defenses didn't even get like systematically. The scheme didn't get difficult, bro. They're like 2000. You couldn't even, bro. I'm saying, bro, what was illegal defense? Like was Bron and Kobe able to play together with illegal defense? Nigga, where you had to send a hard double, which LeBron would be in heaven if he knew where the double was coming from. But nigga, before he got the ball.
Bro, I don't know what you're talking
about. We're talking basketball, bro. I'm just talking basketball, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All the other stuff, you giving them feelings, bro. We talking basketball, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. I'm
just saying. I just asked you. I'm saying. I'm talking about illegal. You know what illegal defenses was, right? You know what that is, right?
Dude, I don't even have conversations where you bounce and bounce and bounce. This all started from me saying that the offense the offense that LeBron,
you
Luka.
just asked me what's the
hold on.
Now you flailing.
Hold on.
Now you flailing,
the offense that Luka, Jokic, and LeBron runs is a bad offense, and they don't play adequate defense, so they need a lot of points from their co-star. Yeah, that's the whole point of this.
Yeah,
and you called in.
That's not true.
And you called in to try to say
that's not true, though,
LeBron
bro.
is not part of that.
No. I didn't say that. I just said he didn't need a 25 per game score. He won without 25 per game.
But he
scores.
didn't though.
Yes, he did. He won 2012. 2012.
Kyrie averaged 25.
2012, bro.
Kyrie averaged
2012.
2012. What's 2012?
Wade didn't average 25.
What? Hold on, wait.
2013.
That's the Heat.
Wade didn't average 25.
That's the Heat.
No, it's the Bobcats.
When was 2012?
Bro, you know what 2012 was, bro. You know what 2011 was?
I don't know. Let me see. Dwayne Wade.
I'm gonna be a deep fry on this nigga, bro.
Basketball Reference. Let's see what Dwayne Wade averaged.
Well, it's gonna take a lot for you to get out this hole, bro.
Well, you said 2012. They won a chip that year, Miami.
Man, bro, you sitting there wasting my time, bro.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Yeah, bro. It's just slow. You told me. I'm talking about on this same clip, bro. You actually told me to put my get in a pot. That's what you told me.
Yeah, you should.
Come on, bro. Hey, my nigga, check your post right now.
Hold on, I'm looking at.
I'm saying, put your two fingers, nigga, on the back of your wrist right now.
I'm looking at D Wade. Yeah, he won it without D Wade averaging 25 in the playoffs for sure. 2012.
Okay, now let's go to 2013.
2013, they won it in 13. Hold on.
Bro, you know we went back to back, bro.
Oh, I'm lying. That he averaged 23. That's about the same. He averaged 23 in 2012. He averaged
2013.
Yeah, he averaged 16 that year. His knees was bad.
So what we talking about, bro? So I think you need to take like LeBron. You need to take him out of the category you got.
It's the same thing.
You make a caveat. Make a caveat.
No, it's the same thing because the whole point is.
Oh my God!
Listen,
bro.
It's the same thing because the whole point is if you run a flawed offense, you're going to need overkill to make up for it. And with Luka and Jokic, it's definitely needing a player that's an unbelievable elite scorer. You got to have that co-star.
I'm just asking, can LeBron get out the category, bro?
But no, because he had a super team.
Okay.
He's
Bro, it's super team, man. Bro, you just said Wade averaged 16 points a game.
But he also had Bosh and Ray Allen as well, and Rashard Lewis and Mike Miller.
Bro, I scored 0 points in a game 7.
The team was stacked, dog. Like you got to stack. That's the whole point. You got to stack the deck to actually make this thing work when you run that flawed offense. But even in Miami, it's a super team, but the offense was Eric Spoelstra. It wasn't as bad with high screen roll.
Bro, we didn't have this discussion before. You said that Cleveland was not a super team, bro.
Cleveland was not.
You said the Lakers wasn't a super team, bro.
But they had an unbelievable elite score. That's the whole point.
But so that means two of the things you saying wrong. Stop saying that it's super teams or bro, what? So bro, you basically so your whole point is that LeBron needed an outstanding co-star. That's your point.
I repeat it again. This is my point, and I'll put it on the screen. This is my point. When you run high screen and roll offense, and I said particularly in the case of Luka, Jokic, and Harden, where they don't have defense as part of what they do well, and they run a flawed offense, they absolutely need a dominant co-star to actually make it work and win. Jokic had that. Luka also had that, but he still couldn't win with it. The defense was just that bad. Harden never really had that dominant score. He had CP3 one year. He had Dwight one year. He's never really had that dominant score. LeBron, on the other hand, he does play defense when he was with the Heat and with the early Cavs, right? He did play defense. So that's what made him different from Luka, Jokic, and Harden. However, he did run a flawed offense. And that's why he needed either a super team or a dominant scorer to make it work. He absolutely needed that. Kyrie Irving was a dominant scorer, so was Wade, so was AD. He needed that.
I don't call Kyrie Irving a dominant scorer, bro. Like,
I'm sorry. If you don't call him a dominant scorer, yeah, but you wouldn't call him a dominant.
So what is Kobe and LeBron?
But listen, you wouldn't call him a dominant scorer because you trying to fit a narrative that LeBron James was just super
I'm not
awesome.
trying to fit bro. Me and you already came to the conclusion that it wasn't a super team. So why would I be trying to, bro? Listen, let me explain something to you, bro. Nigga, I don't shortchange nobody. LeBron would have won a ring, bro, without Kyrie Irving being on the team. So I don't know where you get that from. I don't try to shortchange no man, bro, from what they accomplished. So you heard what I just said. LeBron don't win a ring, nigga, in Cleveland without Kyrie Irving being there. So he gets all the credit, nigga, the glory, whatever you want to give him. But what I'm saying is that I'm not gonna put him in the category he don't belong in, bro. He is not a dominant scorer, bro. Dominant scorers score 600 and 700 points, bro, in playoff runs. To me, that's what a dominant scorer is, bro. It's not these little singular playoff games or series that y'all can point to. That's just to me, bro. Nigga, dominant scorers to me is Kobe, Bron, Kevin Durant, Jordan. Nigga, those are dominant scorers to me. Kyrie Irving does not fit in that. Neither does Dwayne Wade. Nigga, neither does Anthony Davis. They don't fit in that category, bro.
If I was you, I would say that too. I mean, because you're trying to. Fit,
if I was I say that too.
Yeah, because
everything I say, everything I say, bro.
You trying to fit a narrative for LeBron in there.
Okay,
I would say.
Would you say they're in the same category?
Who? I would say Steph.
The names I just named, bro.
I would say Kyrie Irving is a dominant scorer. Yes.
Like I said, bro, we just have a difference of opinion. Like that's it. Like on some real shit. Like dominance to me, dominant scores they don't average 19 and 20 points a game.
If they're playing behind,
if
they play, so is Pippen a dominant scorer?
No.
All right, that makes sense. So, but Kyrie Irving averaged 25 points in the playoff run. We know Kyrie Irving is a dominant scorer. He scored 60. Pippen has never scored 60.
Bro, you just said that Kyrie Irving is a dominant scorer. He scored 60. You just said it out your mouth, bro.
Is Dame Lillard a dominant scorer?
Is Antoine Jameson a dominant scorer?
Yes.
Oh my! This is say Antoine Jameson. All right, bro. Yo, we just got a difference of opinion, bro. You look at basketball, nigga, in a totally different way. Now look at basketball.
Yeah, you look at
Antoine Jameson is a dominant scorer.
You look at basketball in the lens of what can I say to help LeBron James' case? So everyone else is just going.
Bro, that's your go-to. That's your go-to for everything, bro.
Is Steph Curry a dominant scorer?
Yes.
All right. So what's the difference between Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving?
What the fuck do you mean? This nigga say, what's the difference between Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving?
Yeah, as far as scoring, what's the difference?
Hey, bro. Hey, bro, has Kyrie Irving ever led a team to a championship?
That's not scoring. That's called winning. I didn't say he was a dominant winner. I said dominant scorer. What's the difference between Steph Curry scoring and Kyrie Irving scoring?
This is simple, bro. This is a simple answer. I can't believe this is the question.
I just asked you this. I just asked you this.
Of all time, bro.
I just asked you this. When they face
shooter of all time, bro.
When they face head to head in the finals, what was Kyrie? Okay, so now it's because
bro, it's not even a fair comparison.
Who outscored who in the finals?
What is it? Dominant score, bro. Dominant score doesn't mean for a series, bro. Like you, bro. You want me to point to a series, nigga, that Steph Curry averaged 34 and 35 points a game? You don't want me to do that, bro.
All right, so
I'm just saying, bro.
So
we got it. You know what, bro?
You're right. You're right. Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. You're right. Let me backtrack. You're right. I don't even know I was thinking. You're right. So LeBron James has made it through the league. Somehow every player he's played with is not a dominant scorer. Wade is not a dominant scorer. Neither is Bosh.
I didn't say that about Luka.
Neither is AD. Neither is Kyrie Irving. None of these guys are dominant scorers. Got it.
No, they're not, bro.
It's just funny that everyone that plays with LeBron can't be dominant.
Wade had the most potential to be a dominant scorer.
I get it, bro. He's not. I get it. You're right. He's not a dominant, and neither is Carmelo.
Bro, that's your go-to for everything, bro.
No, Carmelo ain't no dominant scorer.
You don't think I had a basketball brain, bro, before LeBron James came about?
Is Carmelo Anthony? I'm afraid to ask you. Is Carmelo Anthony a dominant scorer?
That's a good one.
That's a good one. You got to think about that.
Like it's
you know what this remind me of? You know what this remind me of?
No. I put Melo in a second tier.
Lord, Melo ain't a dominant scorer either. That's rich. Hey, look.
So
hold on. Let me ask you this.
There's a reason why you average 28 and 29 points a game for your entire. Bro, I'm not gonna put you in the same boat as them, bro. I'm just not.
Hey, you know what this remind me of?
Your room full.
You know what this remind me of?
You let anybody in your club.
This remind me. Bro. This remind me of.
You put this nigga trying to put Carmelo Anthony in the same line of scoring as MJ and LeBron.
This remind me of when you said that LeBron James know the triangle offense better than Kobe. You remember you told me that?
No, I didn't say that.
You didn't say that? Okay.
You just lied again.
Okay.
Like, why you like to lie, bro?
You said it.
No, I did, bro.
No, you said it
right now.
You said it.
Well, put it up right now. Nigga,
I mean, the video.
You can shut me up right now, nigga. By pulling it up, nigga.
The video is on my channel, man. You can go search it.
Yeah, that's what like I thought, bro. Hey, bro. Flair, they're not gonna get you out of this, bro.
You said it for sure.
You know.
But I forgot. You just go as far as you need to go to try to support LeBron. And I get it, man. That's dope, man. Everybody. I mean, this is all about LeBron. I can say the same thing about you and Kobe.
This
is all about LeBron. You can say the same thing about Kobe,
bro.
You can.
I can say the same thing about you and Kobe.
So you think I would say that Shaq wasn't a dominant scorer because I'm trying to make Kobe look good?
I think that you would say anything, nigga, to try to finagle Kobe name into something that his name.
All right. Well, let's try it out. Shaq is a dominant scorer.
I mean, bro, and do you?
Shaq is a dominant scorer.
Hold up. If I wasn't me, that would work.
Shaq is a dominant scorer.
What else could you say when a nigga was averaging 38 and 17 in the
Shaq is a dominant scorer. Right?
Okay, bro. Hey, bro. Wake up and tell me the sky is blue.
Shaq is a dominant scorer.
Like LeBron, I'm saying Bron don't have none of those instances, my nigga.
Shaq is a dominant scorer.
Hey, if Shaq played with LeBron in 2000, if Shaq played with LeBron in 2000, I would have to say the same thing too, brother.
Shaq is a dominant scorer.
Okay.
Kyrie, dominant scorer.
Shaq
Wade,
was a dominant scorer.
AD is a dominant scorer
before he even met Kobe.
Is AD a dominant scorer?
No.
All right, got it. All right.
Brother, no.
All right, so
Bro,
LeBron.
you got.
I'm cool with that.
I'm saying, bro, you got AD like you. So now AD is the dominant scorer, bro. Yo list of dominant scores, bro. I don't. So you, Damian Lillard is a dominant scorer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Yeah, we just got a difference of opinion, bro. Your list way broader than mine. I don't let anybody into that.
I mean, I don't know what your definition of a dominant scorer is, though. I mean, it's just different than mine.
I'm saying your list, like I said, bro. You just let more people in your club than I let in my club.
Yeah,
bro.
that's because I'm just judging the book.
You said Antoine Jameson.
I'm just judging it the way I'm judging it.
Can you just take that one back, though, bro? The Antoine Jameson,
I'll take
a dominant scorer.
I'll take that back.
Okay, well, yeah,
I'll take that back.
Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, appreciate that, bro. All right, bro. That's a bit, bro. I appreciate the time, bro.
Okay, all right.
All right, and thank you for not hanging up on me and like you used to.
I should have 15. I should have 15 minutes ago because what you must do when you call is you got to stay on topic. And I hate when you take me down this rabbit hole and we talk about 100 different things. Call and stay on topic,
bro. Because you say, hey, bro, when you having a conversation, bro, I don't think you probably not understand, bro. Like I'm responding to what you're saying, nigga. While you're responding to what I'm saying.
That's not how a conversation's supposed to go. You're not supposed to go.
So how's the conversation supposed to go? You supposed to be able to just say anything, nigga, and I just let it go.
You're supposed to
don't say nothing about it.
You're supposed to stay on topic. You're supposed to.
Bro, if I didn't do what I did, you would have still thought that LeBron needed a 25 per game score. What he done?
I still do think that.
Okay, all right. Well, you
he need a dominant.
It being a fact, it's two different things.
He need a dominant score. The only thing that you came up here and did is disagree.
I think I should have been 6'1".
He needs a dominant score to make that work, or he needs a super team to make it work. The whole point is he needs overkill.
But what you gonna say next?
Do you know what overkill means?
MJ needed Phil Jackson, nigga, and a triangle offense to get a win.
He needed overkill, and that's the whole. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
I'm saying that's my whole point. They needed Phil Jackson. Now one of them do Kobe or Mike ever won outside of having Phil Jackson at a triangle. LeBron took 4 coaches that never ever been to nothing, nigga to chips. Like I'm just saying, bro, it's levels, bro.
Yeah, very good. Like, that's a whole different topic, though. That's what I'm talking about. Like you bringing up stuff that's not part of the topic. You just said what you said. I'm responding to what you said. That's not a response to what I said.
So, bro, you're not gonna coerce my response. Stop saying what you said.
That's not a response to what I said. I said LeBron needs overkill to make it work.
You say LeBron needs overkill.
Yeah, he needs overkill to he needs overkill to compensate for
I just said,
for
you don't know what the response is. Like,
yeah, that's nothing wrong with
saying that, bro. Okay, I'm saying that's my response to you saying that.
I don't mind your response. I don't have to address it at all.
Okay, so what are you talking about? If you don't mind my response,
I don't have to address it.
Why you saying that? Nigga, I'm not gonna let you say what you say and it go unfiltered, nigga. Nigga, nah. Nigga, nah.
Yeah, but you're not addressing what I'm saying. You just bringing up another topic that's a straw man that you think I'm gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue that. I don't care about a straw man.
What you saying is straw man.
When I'm talking about LeBron, when I'm talking about LeBron James or Jokic or Luka, the last thing you want to do is bring up Michael Jordan. What Michael Jordan or Kobe have?
What you mean? What you mean? They're the only two players I got on tier 1. MJ and LeBron.
Yeah, so why bring them up when I'm talking about Jokic, Luka, and LeBron?
Bro, the same way, whatever you talking about, you bring up LeBron. You do it all the time.
Man,
bro, listen, bro.
Say that again.
Hey, bro, come on, bro. Hey, bro, you should. I'm saying, bro, the same way, bro. You take any instance, nigga, to bring up LeBron, to compare him to any instance, nigga. Come on, bro. So stop all that, nigga. Don't do that.
No, this is my point.
Yes, you do, bro.
When I'm bringing up LeBron James, this is a LeBron James topic. Tim Hardaway talking about him, and then I got into Jokic topic, and the point was made that when you play this style of offense. And your defense was lacking. You need overkill in the form of a co-star that's a elite scorer or a 25+ point scorer or a super team. And that was proven right.
No, it wasn't, bro. Because besides Luka, LeBron has never played with an elite scorer, bro.
Okay, well, I think that's where we ended. I think that's where we disagree at.
All right, bro. Big bro, appreciate it, my nigga. Appreciate the time, bro.
Yep.
All right.
All right, let's move to the 65 game rule. Let's go. Adam Silver, Jokic, Chris Broussard, Nick Wright, they're all involved in this what's this development of what's going on with the 65 game rule. Remember 2 years, maybe 3 years ago, when they first put the rule in place. Let me give you some background on it. Nikola Jokic and Embiid was in a crazy MVP race. And I want to say, let me see the year that Embiid won it. When Embiid won the MVP, let me see how many games he played. Because that's going to be important with talking about this, right? Because I'm trying to go off memory. The year he won MVP, he played 66 games, right? The year before that, he played 68. The year before that, he played 51. The year before that, he played 51. So Embiid was, you know, he's been known since he came in the league for being a bit injury prone. And like, you know, people would discuss it like, oh man, you got to stand on the floor, big fella. Maybe you need to lose some weight, do all this stuff. And, you know, that's kind of as far as they would discuss it, right? But it became a real problem when he started challenging Nikola Jokic for MVPs. Because this is just my opinion. I think people was calling the front office kind of taking up for Jokic, like, how can this guy be MVP when he only played this many games? You know, he won it by playing 66 games. He played 66. How many did Jokic, what year was that? 2022, 23. Nikola Jokic, I wonder how many games did he play that year? 22, 23. Nikola Jokic didn't do much better. This man played 69 games. But the year before that, because Nikola Jokic won MVP 2 years before that, right? You know, so he the year he won it, the first year he won MVP, he played 72 games. Then he played 74. So he won his MVPs winning 72 and 74 games. Then he played 69 games the year that Embiid won it. But Embiid played 66 games. So he played 3 less games. So when you listen to a lot of the talking heads in the media and stuff like that, Embiid wasn't everybody's favorite. Embiid wasn't everybody's favorite for MVP. I think Jokic was everybody's favorite because he was almost averaging a triple-double, and a lot of people don't think Jokic deserved to get that MVP. And they still say he didn't deserve it. And the reason why they say he didn't deserve it was because he missed too many games, and they say that he keep getting beat in the playoffs. So they use, and there's an article written on this, and they're saying that this is the talk around the league. This like this person that interviewed several voters. He didn't say none of their names. This is what they're talking about. They're talking about his failures in the playoffs, and they're talking about how many games he's playing and he's load managing. Even though he played 66 games, which was only 3 less than Jokic when he won the MVP, they still was complaining that he load manages, and I guess that's just an ISO that looks bad. I didn't know the games was that close, 66 and 69. Like, what's the argument? And Jokic got some failures in the playoffs as well, but they was holding that against Embiid. So he got that MVP, and I don't think, a player should, be getting MVP like that when he's load managing. So they came up with a rule. Hey man, you can't be eligible for none of this awards at the end of the season if you don't play 65 games. They set it at 65. I don't know why 65 was the threshold, but that's what they decided. And we all know that this rule is really the Joel Embiid rule. You could say it's the Kawhi Leonard rule as well. They both load manage. They both got knee injuries that they need to monitor But for the most part, this is the Joel Embiid rule because he's the only person who was competing for MVP, right? He's the only person that's really competing for MVP was Embiid. So this rule was for Embiid, and I don't know why it was so necessary. Now, the crazy thing about it, the very next season, Joel Embiid was struggling to play games because his knee was giving him so much problems, right? And he had a choice to sit out games and get his knee better or grind it out. And the fact that the 65-game rule was there and the fact that he was leading the MVP votes again that season, he felt like that he had to grind it out and play. And they played the Warriors. Kuminga fell on his knee and messed it up even worse. And they was talking about, is this 65-game rule even a good rule? Because this guy's going to miss out on a first team All-NBA and all this other stuff that he was eligible for because he's not going to be able to get 65 games. And everybody was pretty much like, tough luck. But this year, now that it's affecting some of their favorite players, it's affecting Jokic, it's affecting LeBron, it's affecting Wemby, it's affecting Luka, and it's affecting Steph Curry. Those 5 players that is affecting, those are the players that people like Nick Wright and Chris Broussard loves. But when it was affecting Kawhi Leonard and Joel Embiid, there was nowhere to be found to speak up for him. But listen to how they talk about it now that it's affecting Jokic.
I think this is a big problem. And these guys are not missing games. Like, one of the reasons the rule was put in was because it was load management for so many guys. None of those guys are load managing. They are just, they've been legitimately hurt. And if they can't be first team All-NBA or second or third team All-NBA, it is going to be a joke, the All-NBA teams and some of the awards too. Now, I actually believe that Adam Silver this weekend, Saturday, he'll do his annual, meeting with the press at All-Star Weekend. I think he should make an executive decision where he is saying, I am eliminating the 65-game rule.
Wow.
And trust the voters. Because everybody that has a vote, they have a vote for a reason because they cover the league seriously. They're not just, random people that don't know what they're talking about or know what they're looking at. If a guy plays 40 games, nobody's going to vote him MVP or something like that. Like Giannis, Giannis is going to miss, if not the rest of the season. He'll miss so much that nobody's going to put him on one of those teams. But if Jokic plays 59 games and averages a triple-double, he could perhaps still be deserving of a first team or second team All-NBA. And look, Bill Walton won MVP in 1978 playing 58 games. As a voter, I have taken games into consideration. The second year Nash won it, Steve Nash, a lot of people thought Shaq should have won it. But Shaq played, I believe, 59 games. And I looked at that. And it wasn't a rule, but I just said, yeah, he didn't play enough games. And I looked at Walton kind of as a precedent. And so I just think that these guys are missing games because of injuries. And the voters are smart enough to know, to have in their mind what too many games missed is. So I just think this is not what the rule was put in for. So I think he should make that unilateral decision.
Yo, this sounds so bad. I mean, I got to be honest. This sounds horrible, right? For you to admit that the rule was put in to I don't want to say punish. The rule was put in to regulate a handful of guys. Like, we know this rule was for, like, as far as load management, what superstars was load management? So, because this is what the NBA had an issue with. The NBA had an issue with how the fans was reacting to it, because imagine a fan coming to see a game versus Jokic and Embiid. Oh man, it's Jokic and Embiid, the two best centers in the league. Excuse me, let me get some water. Is Jokic and Embiid the best two centers in the league? I'm buying that ticket. and then they show up and Embiid is load managing. That's the problem the league had with it, right? The league was like, man, y'all, it's games on TV, and it's games that in the ring, people are buying tickets for these games, and people are tuning into these games on TV, and then the superstars aren't there. So the NBA has a problem with superstars load managing. No one cares if someone load manages Mikal Bridges or Miles Bridges. They're coming to watch LaMelo Ball. They're coming to watch Jalen Brunson. So the issue is when the superstars load manage. So let's go ahead and narrow this conversation to the superstars. So when you're talking about load management, what superstars was load managing? Well, honestly, probably all of them at some point. All of them has load managed. Every last one of them has sat out games for rest, precaution, and had to list it as something else. They all have. But the two guys who have done it at a huge scale because they had bad knee injuries was Embiid and Kawhi Leonard. When you got degenerative knees and your doctor is telling you your knees will never get better, they're just going to get worse. The only thing we can do to make sure you're having a good career is we're going to have to manage you. We're going to try to keep you out of back-to-back games if it's not necessary. If you're having pain, we're going to have to rest you for that as well. Like most guys will play through pain. You would hear in the 90s guys would have tendonitis in their knee a lot and stuff like that, and back spasms was a thing too. And you would just have to manage it. I still remember Larry Bird, once he got moving around on the court, when he had to come sit on the bench, he couldn't sit down because then he would, when he get up, he would have to straighten his back out. So he would lay down on the floor when he came out of the games. He would have to lay down on the floor just to keep his back straight instead of sitting down and then having to get it back loose again. Scottie Pippen had back spasms. Back spasms was a thing, and so was knee tendonitis. But they played through it, and it cut their career short. Now what guys are doing with their doctors is saying, we're going to manage it in a way where you can have a longer career. So that means you're going to have to, you can't grind it out like some of these other players. So, yeah, you're load managing. So they made this rule for Embiid and Kawhi. And now that it's affecting some of their favorite players, they're saying, no, this rule wasn't made for them. That's not fair. But that was okay when it was affecting Joel Embiid. As a matter of fact, this is the next day after Joel Embiid got hurt, when we found out he wasn't going to be able to play his 65 games. This was the year after he won MVP, the day after he got hurt against Golden State.
I hope everybody's feeling a little bit better than, unfortunately, the MVP was last night. Joel Embiid, he will undergo an MRI on his left knee after injuring it in the fourth quarter of Tuesday night's 119-107 loss to the Golden State Warriors. Embiid, you can see here, he grabbed that knee in pain. He ultimately got up. He did limp to the locker room. He did not return to this game after this collision. Ramona, what's the latest that you're hearing on Joel's injury?
He's going to get an MRI today. And then I think there's a lot because of his knee injury history. Like each knee has its own book, okay, of stuff that he's had in the past. And so there's a lot of analysis that has to go in on, okay, what does this mean from his previous injuries? And from what I understand, this is a new injury. This is the same knee that kept him out of the Denver game that's been swelling up on him, that's causing him a lot of pain.
Right.
But that injury that he suffered last night when Kuminga fell on him, this has now created a new injury that's going to have to be evaluated here. Obviously, you can see, I watched this game and I couldn't even watch.
Right.
Like, I was like, what is he doing out there?
Like he was dragging his leg in this game. He was already dealing with a knee injury and was playing with a brace and couldn't jump and was dragging his leg. And she just described like it was hard to watch. He came back and played in that game because he really wanted to be the for his team, because every game that he load managed, they lost almost. And Maxey was a little bit banged up too. So he was like, man, I'm trying to come out here and fight for my squad. I remember seeing this dude in a playoff game. He missed the game because he had cerebral palsy. He played a game with cerebral palsy. His whole it looked like he was a stroke victim. His whole left side he couldn't move it. and he played in that. I remember when he had to put the face mask on because his eye, he had the orbital around his eye was broke, and he played with a broken eye socket with a face mask on. Like, this is not a guy who is not tough enough to play through some stuff. He plays through some stuff. And they made a rule because he's injury prone. They made a rule against him because he won an MVP that they felt like Jokic should have got. So immediately the same year he won the MVP, that was like, that's enough. He's taking an MVP from Jokic. We got to put this rule in place now. Because should nobody that load management ever beat Jokic in the award.
He didn't. He just looked like he was in pain all night, dragging his leg on the court, and now he's added yet another injury on.
Yeah, he looked visibly uncomfortable. The 76ers have now slipped to 5th.
I mean, look, I said on this show on Monday, Malika, this is an injury. This is a situation with his knee that he's going to have to manage all season long. And that's before he suffered a new injury when Kuminga fell on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to have this conversation, though, and not talk about the 65-game minimum that is now in place for the first time this year for postseason awards for the MVP. And earlier today, I caught up within the last hour with Executive Vice President, Head of Basketball Operations, Joe Dumars, about just that. And I asked him how the league feels about this new policy.
Anytime you put something in, Malika, there are going to be some unintended consequences. And we knew that going in. And that's why we put the threshold at, like, you can miss up to 20% of the season and still be eligible. But we always knew that, look, there could be a situation where one of the players went past 20% of the season who's having a good year. But you can't, like, not put the rule in because of that one or two guys that it may affect.
Are there any discussions about changing this for next season?
There's been no discussions about that. No one has called and said we should, renegotiate this or anything like that. There's been no calls like that.
Now this is Joe Dumars at the time was the vice president or the basketball. What was he? Whatever front office job he had with the NBA. I don't know. I don't think he was the deputy commissioner, but I think he was just the vice. I think the vice president with his title. But he was right. He was Adam Silver's right hand man. I think he actually was part of the rules committee, and a lot of the rule changes was under his helm. But the point is, he said, there's been no phone calls to the front office saying that this needed. So nobody was advocating for Joel Embiid missing his awards and missing his opportunity at a back-to-back MVP. Nobody was advocating for Joel Embiid. Nobody felt sorry for him and was like, we need to change this rule. Nobody was doing it on a huge scale. But all of a sudden, now that Jokic, Luka, LeBron, Steph Curry, and Wemby is being affected by this because they can't play 65 games, all of a sudden, this needs to change. And this rule wasn't made for them. You really are admitting that a rule was made for certain people. Like, that's not what rules are supposed to be there for. We're not supposed to make rules and pretend like it applies to everyone, but we really only made the rule for this one guy. You get what I'm saying? Like, imagine if we all worked at the same place and we didn't have no rule on tardiness, right? Hey man, hey look, long as y'all get here before the bus leave, we're cool, right? But everybody was getting there an hour early except me. I was always showing up 5 minutes before the bus left. Right? Imagine if I showed up 5 minutes before the bus left, but everyone else on the team showed up an hour early. And then all of a sudden somebody said, you know what? I'm tired of him showing up 5 minutes before the bus leave. We're about to make a new rule. Everyone has to be here 30 minutes early. And if you're not here 30 minutes early, you get fined. And then all of a sudden, one of the guys that's usually here an hour early, all of a sudden comes 5 minutes before the bus leave. And then we say, oh, no, the rule wasn't, we didn't make this rule because of you, because you was always an hour early. So we're going to change the rule now. We're going to change it to all of a sudden no rule again. We're going to take it back to no rule. That's unfair because you only made that rule for me. You only made that rule for me. How fair is that, dog? How fair is you to make a rule just for me, and then when that rule that you made affects the other people, you all of a sudden want to change the rule now. That's not how that's supposed to work. So all of us, you're admitting that this 65 game rule was made for Embiid and Embiid only. They made this rule for Embiid, and everyone is admitting it. Even Mike Malone did it. I could have found that. I should have went and found that soundbite. But when he was calling the Denver game, it was one of the. I want to say it might have been Jokic's second game back from injury, and Mike Malone at the halftime show was talking about how it's sad and unfortunate that this 65 game rule is going to affect him because this rule wasn't made for guys like him. What does that even mean? Do y'all know how biased and how horrible y'all sound? If this rule was not made. Every rule is made for everybody. I mean, there's no such thing as a rule made for just certain people. That don't make sense, dog. I can't stress that enough. But they keep saying this rule wasn't for Jokic.
65 games is in your head because this is a guy who didn't get Rookie of the Year when he certainly was the best rookie that year, but he barely played in enough games. He's already lost one MVP where he probably didn't play in enough games, and I think that affected his votes. And now I think with this situation, he's going to probably not be eligible for All-NBA and for
Ramona,
MVP.
you know what? Playing games should not be seen as some great luxury. Joe Dumars, who was something of an Iron Man, understands that probably as well, better than most. Yeah. And Malika, yes, it is more players than he may have indicated there. It doesn't mean you don't go to the rule. The league has a real tough balancing act here. This was put in as much for fans and sponsors. You're trying to appease. You're putting a product out there that is put up for thumbs up and thumbs down every year.
And he's right. Yeah, this rule from the NBA standpoint, they were trying to answer the call when the fans was complaining about players load managing. And I don't know if fans was really complaining. I know that people on mainstream media like Stephen A. Smith and people that was complaining about it. And unfortunately, mainstream media and sports, politics, or whatever the case may be, when they say something, it kind of shapes the mind of the masses. So I don't know if mainstream wasn't complaining about it, if the fans would have complained. Because most people just repeat what they hear on TV. They don't really have an opinion. Like most people I talk to about sports, they don't watch it as much as I do. Like I'm locked in on basketball and I'm always watching it. A lot of people who follow the NBA don't really be watching the games like that for real. So most of their opinions come from what they see on ESPN in the next morning. Right. And they Google stats and whatever the case may be. That's where they get their opinions from. And that's fine. But the reason why I'm bringing it up is because when you're not really watching the games, how can you be offended by somebody load management? It ain't like you wasted an hour or you bought tickets to go watch the game. And I wouldn't even complain about watching a game on TV and a player is not playing. That's just go give me my time back. If I was cutting the game off just to see Kawhi Leonard and Kawhi didn't play, guess what I get a chance to do? I get to cut the TV off and go do something else. If that's why I was watching. But if I turn the game off to see good basketball, there's a real good possibility I'm still going to see it. Because it's a lot of good players in the NBA. You can watch good basketball without seeing your favorite player play. Will I watch I'm trying to think, would I watch, I'm from North Carolina, would I watch the Charlotte Hornets if LaMelo wasn't playing? If Brandon Miller was playing, I'm probably still go watch. Because I probably could still see something phenomenal. I probably still could see something good. Now that Jason Tatum is not with the Celtics, do you think the Celtics fans are still watching the Celtics? I think they are. Right, so I'm trying to connect the dots to where the issue is. If a star player is managing his knees and he sits a game out that's on TV, like I'm trying to see that issue. So it's really just something that the mainstream put in people's head to go complain about. They don't even know what they're complaining about. Like people just complain for no reason. Right. So that's my whole thing on a 65 game. I think it's really horrible that they just out here just saying, oh man, the rule need to be changed because now Jokic not gonna make first team and Steph not gonna make first team. We need to change this rule just because it affected them. But when it affected Joel Embiid and Kawhi Leonard, they could care less. Like, that's crazy. You shouldn't be a respecter of persons' names like that. You shouldn't have a pick and choose where, I mean, I want this to affect this guy because they not doing what we want them to do as fans. Like, you need to play all these games. Like Stephen A. Smith, after a phenomenal All-Star game last night, Kawhi Leonard balled out. Stephen A. Smith had the nerve to get on his show this morning and complain about Kawhi Leonard. He said, yeah, you played good, but you owe that to the Clippers. I mean, the All-Star game was in your arena. You owed that to them. But let's see what you go do during the playoffs. Are you going to be available? Like, I get it. You trying to sell your show and you have to have some type of controversy. But golly, man, sometimes give it a rest, dog, for real. You don't have to do the WWE promotion type stuff every time you get on First Take, man. That junk is horrible, dog. Like, it's horrible, man. I feel bad for it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just crazy. I want to address something, right? Let's do this real quick. Because I think this is funny. I think this is funny, right? We'll talk about Kevin Durant a little bit. So first of all, they call them the KD fouls. And supposedly Kevin Durant, all right, let's backtrack. Supposedly he got a burner account, supposedly, right? And the fans are believing that it's his burner account, and I just don't see the real evidence that it's his burner account. But just the fact that Kevin Durant had a burner account before, and people are saying that this is his burner account, is like, it's too easy to actually just believe it and then produce content behind it, and just, worry about if it's true or fake down the line. I mean, it's just gonna be easy. Oh, if it turns out that it's not his burner account, we can just be like, oh, okay, my bad, right? But it's not stopping people from making content like it is his burner account. All right, so let me say that part. But then let's backtrack to how it started. So from Kevin Durant's real account, his real Twitter account, he responded to a fan. I think the fan may have been saying something about the new trophies that the NBA has, and he said they're not as good as the old trophies. So Kevin Durant commented like, dang, y'all don't like the trophies either? And then another person came in and commented and said, I like it a lot less than you investing in drones that they're using to kill people overseas. Supposedly the IDF is using drones that from a company Kevin Durant has invested money in. And of course, we know what's going on at the Gaza Strip, right? So the fan was like, you basically saying you're invested in this company, and they're building drones for the IDF. And Kevin Durant just avoided that little exchange. And the fan kept coming at Kevin Durant like, you're not going to answer the question. You're not going to address the elephant in the room. Like, you just kept badgering him, saying, I want this back and forth with Kevin Durant. And Kevin Durant just kept saying stuff about basketball, right? So somebody else got annoyed and was like, well, how about this? And posted a screenshot of a not a group chat that you have on your phone with your friends. It wasn't that, right? So it wasn't like Kevin Durant's phone number and a group chat with his friends. It was a Twitter group chat. And I didn't even know you can make a Twitter group chat. I don't even know how that works. But it was a Twitter thread or a Twitter group chat. I don't know which one it was. It looks just like a regular thread, but it was a burner account. Well, it wasn't, I ain't gonna say a burner account. It was an account that was named, I don't know, something weird. And I guess the guy screenshotted and was like, this is you. And in that chat, the person that's supposed to be Kevin Durant's burner account was saying bad things about his teammates. It said something about Kyrie. It said something about Steph. It said something about Sengun. It said something about Jabari Parker. It said something about James Harden. Right. And it was just bad mouthing it. And I'm like, either Kevin Durant is extremely dumb. Right. Either he's extremely dumb, because why would Kevin Durant be in a group chat with strangers on a burner account that's not supposed to be him, but he's speaking as him? Like, he's saying something about all his former teammates as if it's him, making it obvious that, hey, he pretty much was saying, hey, before every tweet, he might as well say, hey, I'm Kevin Durant, and then go and say what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like who does that? Like, who says, hey, I'm about to go commit this crime. I'm Kevin Durant. Here's my social and my ID card. But I'm not Kevin Durant. I got a mask on. Like, that's like going into a bank with a mask on, saying, I don't want you to know who I am, but my teammate was Kyrie, Steph, James Harden, Afrin Sengun, and Jabari Parker, and Ben Simmons. Like, those are my old teammates, but I got on the mask, so you don't know who I am. Give me your money, and then walk out of there and expect people not to know. So they want us to believe that he's incognito on a burner account while telling everyone that his teammates are trash, and it's obvious, well, the only person who played with all them dudes is Kevin Durant. So the content creators is all over the place. Like, it's shorts made, it's whole episodes made. Like, everyone is a foregone conclusion that that's him. The comment section is exploding. I'm like, wait, everybody believe that's Kevin Durant? Then they had the nerve to say that more proof. They showing video footage of him at the All-Star game on his phone. So catching him on his phone is proof that that's his burner account. I'm like, man, y'all are insane. I'm like, man, this dude got like 35 different business ventures that he's involved in. And during the All-Star game, he's on his phone. And there's no possibility that he could be doing a business deal that, you know, he needed to pay attention to at that moment. You're just assuming that he's on Twitter. I'm like, man, boy, you can't win for losing, man. yeah, gamer. He said, man, mask on. I'm not Kevin Durant, but my height, my weight, my shoes. Yeah, that's what they want us to believe that Kevin Durant is saying, hey, I'm hiding behind a burner account, but I'm just going to talk about all things that's obvious Kevin Durant things. And then they want us to believe that whoever he's in that group chat with leaked it because they was mad that he wouldn't talk about the drones. Like, they want us to believe that somebody got mad that he was not answering a fan about the drones on his real account. And then somebody that supposed to be in the same group chat with Durant decided enough is enough. I'm leaking this conversation. Like, he could have leaked that last week, 2 weeks ago, last month. He could have leaked it at any point. He decided to leak it under a daggone thread because Kevin Durant wouldn't answer a question about a drone. They want us to believe that. All right, they want us to believe that, right? So, yeah. I don't know if it's possible that it could be proven not to be his account. I don't know if Kevin Durant needs to come out and talk about it. I don't know if a reporter is going to ask him about it at their next game, pre-game or post-game or whatever. They should ask him about it. But he might address it at some point. He might not address it during the season, but maybe he'll address it during the summer or something like that. But for now, everyone who likes to make content, they got their pound of flesh, and it's a very good, easy target, low hanging fruit type deal with anything like this with Kevin Durant, especially with burners. Like, we haven't had a good burner Kevin Durant story in a long time. So I guess this is good enough. This is good enough. And that's what people are talking about. Savage said, yeah, I saw that on another channel earlier, but I didn't know about the earlier exchange about the investment allegation. Smells like PR stunt. Yeah. Look, it's so many parody Twitter accounts out there. I haven't seen anything from Unclutch Sports or Ball Sack Sports. I don't know what happened to Ball Sack Sports, man. They must don't tweet no more. But there's so many parody accounts. There's so many accounts that might say, well, I think I seen one that say white Stephen A. Smith, and they got like a picture of Stephen A. Smith, but like it's AI generated as a white dude. Like it's a lot of accounts out there, man. A lot of parody accounts, a lot of accounts that look real, but they actually be tweeting false stuff out, like Ball Sack Sports, man. I mean, and then now I guess you got burner accounts that pretend like they like Kevin Durant. Like I think it's another channel that that's called Prime KD, and I guess he just a KD stan. But he was in that thread as well. Prime KD was in that group chat with the fake burner account. So it could just be a bunch of KD stans, and they might just be tweeting as if they're KD sometimes, but acting like he's a burner account as well. So that's interesting. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it, but some people do. Some people think that's him. Taco $2 super chat, the mental breakdown when you shut him down. Did he just say LeBron is inferior to Jordan's number 2? Yeah, pretty much. It's a lot of weird, bored people out here who make fake accounts pretending to be famous people. Yeah. So, yeah, that's tough, man. I actually commented on one of the videos I watched talking about it. And I was just like, man, it's funny how everybody in the comment section just automatically believe that this is his account. I'm still trying to figure out what the connection is that makes y'all think that it's 100% his account. Like I haven't seen that connection. And then some girl responded and was like, it's the fact that he got a history of having a burner account that makes it true. And I was like, okay, so the history that he had a burner account just automatically make any burner account that kind of hints that he's Kevin Durant, that makes it Kevin Durant. And then I said, oh, and by the way, this is one of his burner accounts. I have his phone this week, and it must be true because he has a history of burner accounts. That was my response. It's going to take them 3 days to figure that one out. But yeah, good stuff for sure. I hope they got their pound of flesh. But Kevin Durant also, hold on, let me get here. Kevin Durant also made some news for All-Star Weekend. First of all, let's talk about All-Star Weekend as a success. It was successful. This was a good All-Star Weekend. The game was competitive. And I get to all of that. But I want to get to Kevin Durant's comments about Luka and Jokic first. Because before the All-Star game was, before the weekend got here, Kevin Durant was at the podium asking questions or answering questions. And the question was asked about them playing defense and competing. And I kind of like what he said, but then there's parts of it that I don't like what he said. And when he pretty much put everything on Luka and Jokic. And the reason why I don't like that is because last year, or was it year before last? I think it was the year it was in, whatever year that Giannis won the MVP, I think. Maybe it was the year that was in Indiana. It was one of the years that I seen Luka and Jokic actually playing defense in the it was the year it was in Indiana because Larry Bird came in the locker rooms and encouraged them to make it competitive and play defense. So it was that year. So everyone was talking about how bad it has been, and they needed to show some effort. And they even took the legends to come in there and try to talk to them and get them to play hard. And I seen Luka. I did a show about this the day after, and I said I appreciate what I seen from Jokic and Luka because within the first 5 minutes, they actually was playing defense and trying. What messed it up is Halliburton got hot from 3, and he was at home in Indiana. He got hot from 3, and he was just shooting threes from everywhere. And I want to say it was one other player that started throwing them up from anywhere as well, and I think it was Dame. And then later in the game, Luka threw up a half quarter that hit nothing but backboard. And I'm like, man, this is insane. But at the beginning, they was trying, but the threes got out of hand. And then there was just no defense, and it just went downhill. So that's the reason why I don't like that he put it on Luka and Jokic, because I was like, that's unfair. But the reason why I think he did it is because everyone's trying to blame like him, LeBron, and the USA players, and they're letting the Euro players off the hook. So I think he was just trying to put the spotlight on them, like, y'all trying to blame us for how bad this stuff looked. Y'all need to go talk to the Euros. This what he said.
You should ask the Europeans if the world team if they're gonna compete. I mean, because we look at Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic now. Let's go back and look at what they do in the All-Star game. Is that competition? So we haven't questioned what they've been doing, but we're gonna question the old heads and the Americans. But these two dudes out there, Luka and Jokic, they don't care about the game at all. These dudes be laying on the floor, they shoot from half court, but you got to worry about the old heads playing hard. I can read between the lines, bro. It's just a overall topic that everybody has just been talking about.
Think about it. So that's Kevin Durant saying that was before the game. And the crazy thing about it is actually when they came out there, Wemby set the tone. I want to say Edwards was part of that as well. But Wemby from the jump said, I'm out here playing for real. And I like that attitude because he pretty much came in with the attitude if y'all don't play hard, I'm going to embarrass y'all because I'm going out there to get it. And that's what he was doing. So was Edwards, but then so was Kawhi. And then you even got to appreciate what you seen from LeBron. LeBron was D'ing up. Kevin Durant was D'ing up. Everybody was playing well. Everybody D'd up. It was competitive. Everybody wanted to win. Everybody should get credit for making it a good all-star competition. But I got to give special consideration and special spotlight to Wemby, Edwards, LeBron, Durant, Kawhi. Those 5 guys, you got to give them special consideration. And the fact that so many people was Kevin Durant mainly called out Luka and Jokic. Anthony Edwards did as well. Listen to what he said.
Like, no shade towards like Luka and Jokic, but like they two of the best players in the league. They're not trying to play no All-Star game. Yeah.
Right. And he was right. Them dudes played the first 5 minutes, went and sat down, didn't play in the second game at all. And I understand why Jokic did that because Jokic is coming back from an injury, so he needs this All-Star break to really rest his knee. So I understand that, but I don't understand why Luka was doing it. And what I really think happened is they got annoyed by Kevin Durant on what he said publicly about them. I would be annoyed too. And I think they like a silent protest, like, all right, if that's what y'all think about us, y'all show us what the competition's supposed to look like then. We'll just take ourselves out of it. So even if Jokic wasn't recovering from a knee injury, I don't think Jokic was going to play. I think Jokic and Luka both purposed in their mind that, hey, look, man, y'all do it on your own. I'm not going to do it. And I don't blame them. If y'all gonna talk about me like that, whatever. You know what? I probably wouldn't have done that. I probably would have came out here and tried to win MVP and destroy them. That's what I probably would have did. That's probably what Kobe would have done as well. But it ain't like Luka and Jokic can come out here and lock nobody up on defense. So that was the best thing they could have done, because you can't come out here and prove us wrong and actually play defense because you go get cooked. So that was like, well, shoot, they right. We suck on defense. So the only thing we can do is just silently protest and only play 5 minutes. And if they're not going to get criticized by the media, which they didn't, I didn't hear nobody criticizing Luka and Jokic by not playing except Drew Carlton. I think that's his name, Carlton, bald-headed white guy. I just seen him criticize them right before I started the show. If I would have known that he did, I probably would have added that soundbite. But no mainstream guys are criticizing. Stephen A. Smith decided to criticize LeBron James because he didn't perform in the dunk contest 10 years ago, which is the reason why ain't nobody performing in it now. So he blamed LeBron retroactively for the dunk contest sucking today. So he used his platform to blame LeBron, and then he blamed Kawhi Leonard for, well, yeah, you look good in the All-Star game, but are you going to play for the playoffs? That's what he decided. When they talked about the All-Star, he talked about Kawhi and LeBron and badmouth both of them, and didn't mention one thing about Luka and Jokic sitting out pretty much the entire game. What's up, Eddie TV? He said nothing about Luka and Jokic at all. Right? I thought that was pretty interesting. But the All-Star game was successful, but this is what I say. The NBA continues to show that these stars aren't like the stars of the past. The fact that you keep having to make changes, manipulations, and you have to induce a competitive edge in these guys, you got to keep creating things. In-season tournament, 65-game rule, world versus the USA. They about to daggone think about tanking. They about to take the draft away because teams are tanking. I mean, all these things have become an issue. Load managing, tanking, no competition, the All-Star game, superstars not competing in the dunk contest, defense just being gone in the NBA. You know, like all of these things are just falling by the wayside with this new generation. And it's the mindset of the superstars and the mindset of the people who cover the game in the media, and it shapes the way fans think about it. We should have never stopped discussing defense when we talk about the best players. Like that, you should have never chose an MVP that don't play defense over an MVP that does play defense. That should never happen. So they're having a hard time getting these superstars to play 82 games. They're having a hard time getting them to compete in the All-Star game. They're having a hard time to get them to participate in All-Star competitions like the dunk contest and the three-point contest. And this is the type of competitive nature that was already in a Kobe Bryant or in a Michael Jordan or in a T-Mac or Vince Carter or Allen Iverson or Garnett or Tim Duncan or whoever. Like that stuff was already in them. You didn't have to create something or manipulate something or tweak something or try to induce something in those superstars. But these superstars, you gotta incentivize them. They're talking about, man, how about you offer them more money? You know, like the in-season tournament, you make more money if you win the in-season tournament. You get a check, $100,000 or something like that. So I got to incentivize them with money for them to compete in the beginning of the season. Because these you just walking with their eyes closed through the beginning of the season and then load managing games and then getting ready and be like, all right, man, after the All-Star break, let's get serious. People being out of shape. Anthony Davis came in the season out of shape. Luka out of shape. Like, this is normal stuff. Like, you got to force these guys to want to be in top shape. You got to force these guys to want to play 82 games. You got to force them to compete, force them to play defense. Like, this is insane, dog. And it just goes to show you how superior in the mentality that these guys were then versus now. Dominique Wilkins was telling the truth when he said Kobe was the last of a dying breed. He said it was the last of a dying breed. And I agree with that wholeheartedly, 100%. I agree with that 100%. One more thing I wanted to discuss. And actually, I want to discuss two things, but I got to address this, man, because a lot of people, first and foremost, congratulations to Michael Jordan, the GOAT of basketball, who's out there doing his thing in NASCAR. Whatever they won yesterday, I don't know nothing about NASCAR, but they won some championship, right? They won some championship, right? And there's a video of Michael Jordan while everybody was celebrating. There's a little kid in front of him. Looked like he might have been 7, 8. Little kid had a hat on. I don't know if that was his dad or uncle right beside him, but Michael Jordan was behind him. Everybody was looking at something, celebrating or whatever. And Michael Jordan was just happy. And you could tell he knew the kid. He reached over and his hand is somewhere near his buttocks. I don't know if it's on his waist or whatever, but he was pinching him. Right. I had an aunt that used to like to pinch all the kids' cheeks when they came in. Like, we used to have to run from her because she loved cheeks. You know what I mean? Cheeks on the face though, not butt cheeks. She'll pinch our cheeks when we come in. She just loved it, especially if the baby had fat jaws. She just loved to pinch it, right? So I understand being touchy with kids, but there's certain spots that you shouldn't be touching, even if it's just your own kid. You know, like, you know, and people grew up different. I've had friends who, like, when my son was young, one of his soccer friends, guy that was on his soccer team, we went over to, let them do their thing and play. They call it play dates if y'all got kids, right? So we went over there, and we've known the parents for, at this point, probably like a year. So, and they've invited us to the house several times. They cool, right? And the dad did something I ain't like, right? And my son was probably 6 or 7 at the time. And he picked his son up and my son and had him on his lap, and his hand was very low on both the kids, like, maybe waist, but maybe top of the buttocks. And I seen that, and I was like, "Hey, Makai, come here." You know what I mean? First of all, you ain't gonna be sitting in no man's lap, except unless it's me. And then once you get a certain age, you can't even sit in my lap no more. And absolutely, that hand ain't gonna be that low. That's not gonna happen, right? So I don't like seeing stuff like that. So to see the GOAT pinching the kids either waist or butt, too close for comfort for me. If that was my kid, I would have to pull Mike to the side and be like, no, we don't do that. We don't play that game. So I gotta admit, that wasn't a good look for nobody. But with that being said, the people that's on social media that saying this is y'all GOAT, what they got to do with basketball? MJ ain't playing ball no more. If Michael Jordan went out there and airballed a free throw, you can say, is this your GOAT? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you say that. That's when you say, you don't say that when they do something off the court. You say, this is your GOAT. We didn't catch him doing a steroid. You get what I'm saying? Like, keep it basketball if we go talk about basketball. Yeah, the GOAT of basketball did some funny looking stuff. And I hope nobody touches a kid like that on their butt, man. Like, nobody. I don't even touch my kids on their butt. It's just not gonna happen, dog. Like, I want them to understand what boundaries are. And that's one place that you just don't put your hands on no kid or nobody unless that's your old lady. Yeah, if that's your old lady, cool. But even she got to be cool with it. You just because you married her don't mean that you own her body parts. You get what I'm saying? So the point is, yeah, MJ did some stuff and it was on film that that a lot of parents are probably cringing like, ugh, can't be my kid. You know, but then at the end of the day, you know, some people are more touchy-feely than other people. I don't know. I mean, there's no defense on it for sure. I'm not defending it. However, y'all weird if y'all think that affects what he did on the basketball court. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with each other. That ain't got nothing to do with each other, man. Oh, man. That ain't got nothing to do with each other. All right. Last topic. Last topic. Did we do this one? Yeah, we did. Last topic. LeBron James, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard his former GM. What is his former GM? Griffin. I forget. I want to call him Peter Griffin for some reason. But David Griffin. David Griffin, the former GM of the Cleveland Cavaliers when LeBron was there, was on a radio show. And what we've been saying for so many years, the East was weak when LeBron was in it. And LeBron was on the Cavs team. Yes, his team wasn't as strong as some of the West teams. But what the Cavs had on the East put them at the top as far as rosters. LeBron James being the top dog in the East already gives you an advantage. But then they put an adequate squad around him. A good defensive team, a good rebounding team. Was their best player, the second best player some years was either Mo Williams, Big Z, or Larry Hughes. But then when you look at the other East teams like the Wizards, their best player was Gilbert Arenas, nowhere near LeBron. So that already put the Wizards at a disadvantage over the Cavs. But then his supporting cast was Caron Butler, Antoine Jameson, and that don't put them over the Cavs. The Cavs still got the advantage. The young Boston Celtics teams. Well, I ain't even gonna go there because this was when he after he came back to Cleveland, he had Kyrie. But his first stint with Cleveland, I think the other squad that challenged them, I guess you can say Miami. And if you think Wade is on the same level as LeBron, cool. But the squad that was around Wade wasn't as polished and good as the squad that was around LeBron at the time. Then you got the Indiana Pacers. Danny Granger, Paul George, way too young, and Paul George is nowhere near LeBron, and it is Danny Granger. I mean, you just look at it, the Cavs just had an advantage. And then you look at Orlando with Dwight. If you think Dwight and LeBron's on the same level, I would say that the Magic and the Cavs was equal. I would say the Mavs and the Magic and the Cavs was equal. And then Boston, once they got Garnett and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, I would say they were superior 100% because that was a super team. So the Boston Celtics was superior to the Cavs, but that was toward the end of his stint with the Cavs. But all while he was with them, I think there was upper echelons. Then he went to Miami and formed the super team. So he's top dog in the East. There's nobody that can touch him except Boston. And then Boston was getting older, right? That's the only people that can touch him in the East when he was with the Heat because he had a super team. Then he left the Heat and went to the Cavs and had Kyrie and Love. And then there was nobody in the East that can touch that. So that 8-year span of 4 straight years, I think he went to the finals 4 straight years with the Heat, and then 3 straight years with the Cavs when he came back. I thought he went to 8 straight finals. Did he go 4 times with the Cavs too? He played the Warriors and they lost. Then he came back, played the Warriors and won. And then he played the Warriors with KD and lost. And then he played the Warriors. No, that's 3. Oh, no, they played KD twice. Then he played the Warriors with KD again. Yeah, so he went four times with Miami, 4 times with the Cavs. So the 8 straight years he went to the finals, the East was not that good. And we all knew that. And here's the Cavs GM saying that we knew the East was weak.
Assessment of the current state of the Cavs.
Well, one of the things that we really benefited from was we were in a historically bad Eastern Conference. And all through those years, we really knew the target is the Western Conference team. There was nobody in the East who was really going to be in the way.
Yeah, right. The East was the LeBron Invitational for all of those years.
That now.
Yeah.
And so the thing that I think people need to appreciate a little bit more is Kobe is doing what he's doing, and this Cavs team with Donovan is trying to do what they're doing in a Eastern Conference that's significantly more competitive than what we had. So just making the finals will be significant. I don't think you're going to see them sweep the playoffs by way of example.
Yeah.
But we did essentially that multiple years,
yeah.
Right? Other than what Toronto did to us, and that was really the city of Toronto as much as anything else. The six got us, as it were.
Did you ever see those memes like while you were the active general man, like when you got?
So there it is. The GM said, "Hey, look, man, we was in a historically weak East." He said it was historically weak. Imagine it. And the crazy thing about it is, while the East is historically weak, he took 3 top Eastern Conference players. He took Ray Allen from the super team of Boston. He took Bosh from the Raptors and joined Wade in Miami. All of them met up in Miami. You got 4 guys from the East on one team, which weakened every other team. The Cavs are now weak because LeBron left. The Raptors are weaker because Bosh left. The Boston Celtics are weaker because Ray Allen left, and they all went to the same place. Imagine that. And then the East was already historically weak. I mean, the top teams was either way too young, like the Indiana Pacers, with Paul George, or they just didn't have enough, like Melo and the Knicks, or they was aging or already past their prime, like the Celtics or the Detroit Pistons. Everybody that was in the same prime with LeBron that's supposed to be competing for him, that was a superstar status, was pretty much on his team. The only one he didn't get was Carmelo, and Carmelo on his podcast with Chris Paul admitted that LeBron even still tried to get him to join the Heat and be a 4th guy. They tried to get CP3 and Carmelo on the Heat at different times. I want to say, and I think he tried to get CP3 in that trade when he suggested that Kyrie get traded when they was on the Cavs together. So he done tried to get CP3 a couple of times, but CP3 and Carmelo have both admitted on separate occasions that Miami was recruiting them when they already had Wade, Bosh, and LeBron. They was trying to figure out a way to get them. And now you can go find this conversation with Chris Paul on Dwayne Wade's podcast. He said when they was talking in the group chat, about him joining the Heat, he said what made him decide not to come is because somebody pointed out to him that him and Wade both were number 3. Now, which one of them gonna get 3? and neither Wade nor CP3 wanted to give up the number 3. So he said that's the reason why that fell through mainly. And Melo, I don't know how they was going to get Melo. I don't know how they was going to get Melo, but they was trying. I don't know how that was going to work, but imagine it though. And just imagine it, like he's tried to play with it, like the East was already weak, and he weakened it even more by joining with the other superstars that was in their prime. Thanks for the super chat, John Wayne. As far as the Heat go, I don't believe a team has ever had 3 other top 10 scorers in the league on the same team, plus Allen and Rashard Lewis and Mike Miller. Insane work, dog. Insane work. But yeah, David Griffin, historically weak East. Let that sink in. And Shane Batty, yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, that's it, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Thank y'all for tuning in. I catch y'all. You know what? I'm gonna try to go live a couple of more. As a matter of fact, I'll be live again tomorrow. So y'all can look for me tomorrow. I'll be live for sure. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate the people that called in, all the comments, all the super chats. We'll do call-ins again tomorrow. We'll have some more good topics for sure. And other than that, man, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.